Fucking Baker Mayfield, dude. Baker Mayfield. Man, I thought I'd be able to put up something better than that. 13-3, Ravens over the Panthers. Man, this is what I'm saying, man. The Ravens are not a good football team. The fact that they keep winning these games is just insane. It's insane, is what it is. It's just like they had no business. They're 7-3 now. Ravens have no business being 7-3. It's just unbelievable. But whatever, that just means they're gonna, probably when they get to the playoffs, they're gonna run into a wall like they always do, right? I'm just holding on to some sort of hope that the Bengals can take over the division from the Ravens, right? But at this pace, it's like expecting the Ravens to lose 2 more games in the regular season, and that's if the Bengals even run the table, which is unlikely. But because the Bengals are like a game and a tiebreaker behind them, and I don't see them gaining a tiebreaker back. They're essentially 2 games behind them. And at this point, it's just like, man, with the Ravens' schedule and the way they keep finding some stupid way to win games, I don't even understand. The stupid seal says if the Ravens are bad, what does that make the rest of the division? Well, most of the rest of the division's bad. The Bengals are the Bengals. There's not much to really say about that. The Bengals are just the Bengals. They're not bad, but they play bad sometimes, and I don't understand them either. The Ravens are like the antithesis of the Bengals. Like the Ravens aren't that good, and yet just keep pulling wins out of their ass. Whereas the Bengals are really good and keep pulling bad games out of their ass. It's just like that's my analysis of the situation. It's just I don't understand. I don't understand. But Baker Mayfield can't get it done. I predicted the Browns to beat the Buffalo Bills. That didn't happen either. It looked like they had a chance early in the game, and then they just kind of let the game get away from them. So, but we're done with that. It's Bengals Steelers time. It is Steelers week. It is Steelers week, y'all. If y'all follow my channel at all, y'all know what Steelers week means to me. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get my shit together at the beginning of this season to actually stream the Bengals Steelers game in week 1. Although, quite frankly, the way that game ended up going, maybe it's better that I didn't. Let me go ahead and turn that off there. But either way, it's a chance for redemption here. No Jamar Chase. But, it's going to be what it's going to be. I haven't seen the inactives list yet, for what it's worth. I know the Steelers are going to be missing Akila Weatherspoon, who is a starting cornerback for them. But I don't know. I do know TJ Watt's back. And then, I think Akila Weatherspoon is the only guy who they're potentially not going to be majorly without. So, let me see what the inactives list looks like this week. All right, so Jamar Chase is out. Kevin Huber is out. That's interesting. The Bengals have decided to make a switch at punter, so it's going to be Drew Chrisman now after all of the after everything that we've had. Looks like Minkah Fitzpatrick is going to play, which I don't really care. Honestly, he's a very good football player, but I think he's kind of overrated, to be honest with you. So the Steelers inactives include Mason Rudolph, Josh Jackson, Akila Witherspoon, who I mentioned before, Kendrick Green, that was a guy who he was a 2nd-round draft pick for the Steelers, but that was a guy who a lot of Bengals fans were projecting the Bengals. That was the draft crush of Bengals Nation back in the 2020 draft, I believe. But a bunch of Bengals fans are like, we got to fix this offense. Or maybe it was the 2021 draft. But either way, a bunch of Bengals fans were like, we got to fix this offensive line. And for whatever reason, every mock draft that every Bengals fan ever did had Kendrick Green on there. So, that kind of worked out. Dax Hill is out. That's annoying. I don't know what's up with Dax Hill this year, man. Is he good or not? Are we going to be playing him? I know we don't necessarily need to because Von Bell and Jesse Bates are fine and healthy, but it'd be nice if our 1st-round pick would contribute, Other than that, Chris Evans is out. That's not ideal, but we don't use him a whole lot anyway. Josh Tupou's out, but I think DJ Reader's back. So I believe DJ Reader is back this week. So I'll sacrifice Josh Tupou for DJ Reader. That's fine with me, especially going up against a Pittsburgh Steelers team that their most their scariest asset is the fact that they can run the ball. Like, right, Najee Harris, now he doesn't have good blocking, but Najee Harris can run a damn ball. So, but I mean, you got DJ Reader back that gives you a better chance to go up against that Steelers rushing attack. So my prediction for this game, 27-7 Bengals. That's not pure arrogance, honestly. That's that's probably some I hate the Steelers in there. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I try to be unbiased, but it's really hard for me to be unbiased when it comes to the Bengals and Steelers. Just a lot of emotion in that one. But, honestly, 27-7, like, that's what should happen, right? Because, the Steelers are not a very good football team. They have a really erratic offense that, can be good sometimes, but mostly is not good. The Bengals have a solid defense, so they should be able to hold them down like they did in week 1. And I expect the offense to do a lot better than they did in week 1. Even with Minkah Fitzpatrick and TJ Watt playing this week, I still feel like the Bengals offense has kind of gotten their feet up under them. And I don't think they're going to break 30 because I really feel like not having Jamar Chase is kind of an issue for this football team. But at the same time, I think they should be able to do enough to have a pretty decisive victory, right? I don't see the Steelers doing much of anything at all on offense. And the Bengals, I feel like, while I don't feel like it's going to be a offensive smash mouth type of game, I do feel like they're going to put a few points up on the board. That is also, by the way, including a Mike Hilton pick six, at least one pick six from Mike Hilton is part of my 27-7 score prediction. So, I mean, that's basically a 14-point swing there. So without the Mike Hilton pick six, then this could end up being a 21-14 ball game, right? A lot closer than it really seems like. And that's kind of what my score prediction down here is. It's like I think the Bengals are going to decisively win, and I'm kind of predicting a bit of a blowout here, but it's not like I'm predicting the Bengals to just wipe the floor with them from from snap 1 to snap 0, right? Or snap 1 to snap however many snaps there are in a football game. I'm not expecting that so much. I'm expecting the Bengals to beat them, beat them and beat them and not have it the last time where they basically had to have a miracle touchdown at the end by Jamar Chase to win and then lost it because, Mitch Wilcox doesn't know how to long snap. But, they really should have won that game. But even if they did, they would have won that game on a last second miracle touchdown type of thing. And that is not what I'm expecting here. I'm expecting the Bengals to beat them and pretty much leave no doubt about the fact that they are going to win. But I'm also not expecting a gigantic blowout or anything like that. Like I said, Mike Hilton pick six, I think, is going to, make the gap super wide. I think, that's really going to be the biggest, hugest difference in this game. And outside of something like that, I don't really see there being this massive, huge score line, right? I'm not really expecting a whole hell of a lot out of either offense, more from the Bengals than the Steelers. But, that's just where I'm at with this game. But I mean, obviously we'll see. We will see. The Bengals are weird, and the Steelers have been playing better lately, as much as I hate to admit. They haven't even been playing that much better. They've just been they've been getting lucky. They've been playing better than their opponents, which is how you win football games, but I haven't been impressed by them lately. I've just been there's the Steelers winning games they shouldn't win again. Pretty much how that works, right? By the way, hi Matthew. I saw you were in here an hour ago, way before I started streaming. But what's up to you? I forgot the Bengals are doing their white tiger uniforms this week. White helmets, white jerseys, and all that. They got the Color Rush white jerseys, and they got the new white helmet, and so that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun to see. TJ Watt and Minkah Fitzpatrick. So this Pittsburgh Steelers team is about as close to full health as you're going to get in any given season. So I will say that means if we win this game, no excuses, right? And no excuses if we lose this game either. Like, we have a few more injuries than them, but we're also not like desperately badly injured, right? Like, I mean, Jamar Chase is out and that sucks. Chidobe Awuzie is out and that sucks. But other than those two, it's like the Bengals are really fine. Like, the Bengals inactives. The only one that I'm kind of like, what the hell is going on is Dax Hill. But I think Kevin Huber being out, that's just a getting benched type of situation. Oh, water. Gotta love the water. All right, is that Travion Williams getting ready to return the kick? I didn't even realize he was on the roster. I thought he got cut a while ago. Oh, no. But anyway, the Steelers are... So I guess the Bengals are going to get the ball first. Steelers are lining up for the kickoff. And it's booted away. Looking like it's going to be caught. Oh, that's a short kick. Return from about the 9-yard line. Travion Williams finds a seam. He gets it up to about the 38-yard line, maybe the 39 before he goes out of bounds. So the Bengals are going to start with good field position. So that's a good way to start the game. Now, I mean, it's partially a good return, but it's also partially, it was a really bad kick, right? Like, I mean, he only got it out to he caught that ball to start returning it around like the 9-yard line. So, I mean, he had like a 9-10 yard advantage on that run anyway. So, I mean, frankly, it wasn't any better of a run than you normally get because it was about a 25-yard return. But, when you start from the 10, that gets you up to the 38-yard line. All right, Joe Burrow. Shotgun snap. He's going to hand the ball off to Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon runs it forward for about 4 yards, keeps fighting, keeps turning those legs, and I think he picks up about 5. All right. So Bengals are moving closer and closer to midfield already. Good way to start out this game, man. Joe Burrow was 2-2 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I would really love to see him not fall victim to the Andy Dalton curse. And let's have a winning record against the Steelers, please. Can we be Big Brother for once? All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun snap. I think there's going to be a false start, maybe. I think it's going to be a false start. False start, yeah. False start on the Bengals down, moving back about 5 yards. So basically erase the first down play that they had. No, sorry, I'm moving back 10 yards. I'm not paying attention. That's what a false start is, Kyle. It's on Hayden Hurst, by the way. So Hayden Hurst with the false start. So it's going to be 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 for the Cincinnati Bengals. And Joe Burrow's going to come back out, shotgun formation. He's going to have Joe Mixon to his right. Got 2 wide receivers out to his left, 1 to his right. That's T. Higgins on the right, by the way. I believe Trenton Irwin's out there, too. Joe Burrow hands the ball off to Joe Mixon, and he picks up about 2.5 yards. Not sure why they ran the ball on that play, but whatever. So it's going to end up being 3rd and about 9. 3rd and 8, according to the broadcast. So come on, Bengals. Come on, Bengals. We can do better than this. Had a good first play, and then the false start, and then they didn't have such a good third play. So now it's 3rd and 8. All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun snap. He's going to throw. He's got a man. Oh, man. Way too high for Hayden Hurst. That was closer to being intercepted off the tip than it was being caught by Hayden Hurst. So that's going to be 4th down, and Drew Chrisman is going to come out for the first time in his NFL career to punt in a regular season game. So we're going to see what we get out of Drew Chrisman here. Man, that was just I don't know what was up with that pass by Joe. That was not a good pass by Joe. That was way too high. Way too high. All right, Drew Chrisman, first NFL punt against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Boots it away. And pretty good punt there. Nice. Oh, it's fumbled. Muffed into the back of the end zone. And he does recover it, but he has to, because of, he dropped it back into the end zone, couldn't just let it go back for a touchback. He has to pick it up, and he downs it at the 5-yard line. So ends up being in a really, really good first punt by Drew Chrisman. Not necessarily entirely of his own design, although, it was a good punt by him that, it went pretty far. But at the same time, it being down at the 5, that wasn't really Drew Chrisman. That wasn't really because Drew Chrisman had such a great punt, right? That was mainly because, that was mainly because the guy muffed the punt, right? All right, Kenny Pickett's going to come out on the 5-yard line for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Bengals defense has an opportunity here to shut him down. Kenny Pickett, shotgun snap. He throws. It's caught by Najee Harris. Trey Hendrickson's all over him. He lets him pick up about a yard, but it's going to be 2nd and 9. Kenny pick 6. That's what I like calling him. Like I said, I'm predicting a Mike Hilton pick 6 this week. At least one. I'm not saying it's going to be more than one. I'm just saying at least one, and emphasis on at least. At least one pick 6 for Mike Hilton. And again, that's part of why I'm predicting. I'm not predicting an offensive explosion for the Bengals. I'm just predicting a 14-point swing at some point due to a Kenny Pickett pick 6. All right, Najee Harris takes the handoff. Only gets about a yard on that play. Jermaine Pratt brings him down. The Bengals defense is playing well. The Bengals offense didn't get out to the best start, but it was they had a good first play, right? Like they looked like they were going to take the momentum and actually do something, and then they didn't. But it's like there was a vague sign of life for the offense, whereas like the defense is the defense is showing something right now. Kenny Pickett, shotgun formation. Got all the time in the world to throw. He throws. It's caught, but it's going to be nowhere near enough for a first down. And that's Cam Taylor-Britt on the coverage. And I believe George Pickens on the catch, but, it's only about a 4-yard catch, so the Steelers are going to have to come out and punt. Back to the Bengals. So this is likely going to set the Bengals up in good offensive field position again, because I don't know how far Presley Harvin's going to kick this, but, ain't going to be that far. All right. Ooh, high snap. Punts away. And that's a pretty far kick. Trent Taylor catches it. Gets back to about the 40 and about the 44-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. So Bengals are going to end up with the ball about where the last drive ended, quite frankly. So two punts that went right back to the same distance of each other, right? So good special teams play by the Bengals so far, and good defensive play. And I wouldn't say not good offensive play, but I wouldn't say problematic offensive play, right? Like it's been all right. The false start really kind of killed them, and then they couldn't really generate much of a running game. Although I'm not sure why they were running the ball on 2nd and 11 anyway. But point being, the offense showed, I think, some signs. Offense showed some signs of existing on some level, like on some, okay level. And outside of that, they didn't really do a whole lot, but it's more than the Steelers have done so far. So I'll take it. Don't forget, at some point, I will put up a banner at some point. Let's see if I can bring this up. Browns 17, Dolphins 39. That's how that game ended. But I'll go ahead and write it up. But I'm not going to put it up just yet because we all know the score is 0-0. Score is 0-0, and I will put that banner up periodically throughout the day. Although right now I don't really need to because it's the beginning of the game. Everybody knows it's 0-0 right now. And if you don't, then what does it matter? You're coming into this, blind, don't know what the score is anyway, so it might as well be 0-0 for all you know. Got 2 people watching, whoever you are. Leave a comment in the chat, and I'll put you up on the screen, and we will have a discussion. Let me know what your prediction for the game is. Do you think the Bengals are going to win by the scoreline I have here? Do you think that the Steelers are going to come away with the upset? Do you think I don't know, is Baker Mayfield going to run on the game and cause a big scene that's going to get on SportsCenter or something like that, right? I don't know. But let me know what you guys think is going to happen. What else happened in the NFL today? I know the Browns and Panthers lost, who were the 2 teams I wasn't so much rooting for the Browns as much as I predicted them to win on the podcast, and I just kind of wanted to be right. They did lose though. I was definitely rooting for the Panthers, and God Almighty, dude, like they're just trash. Eagles barely beat the Colts. Get back to that here in a second, but Joe Burrow is in the shotgun formation. He motions Joe Mixon to his right. He's taking his good, sweet time, waiting for that snap. Finally takes the snap. He throws. He's got Hayden Hurst, who's got a first down. It's the 40, 35. Hayden Hurst down to the 35-yard line, and that's what you want to see out of the offense right there. That's what you want to see right there. There we go. About a 15-yard pickup for Hayden Hurst. And I'll tell you one thing, man. Like, I mean, he ain't as fiery of a leader as C.J. Uzomah, but, you know, he is definitely a better football player than C.J. Uzomah. So I am so glad to have Hayden Hurst. Definitely one of the best free agent additions the Bengals have had in years. All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun formation. Joe Mixon to the right, two receivers to the right. Hands the ball. He does hand the ball off. Faked me out and then unfaked me out and then refaked me out. But he gets about 3 or 4 yards on the run pickup there. So that works. TJ Watt been a bit quiet so far. I don't want to jinx it by talking too much about that, but haven't seen a whole lot out of him so far. So hopefully we can keep it that way. Lyle Collins is a good football player. It's just, he's taken a while to kind of get under his stride, but hopefully he's found it. Be good if he could find it against TJ Watt. That would be a good game to find it in. All right, Joe Burrow. Shoots for Tyler Boyd, way underthrown. I'm not sure what that was. I was actually paying more attention to Lyle Collins to see if I was going to get proven to be an idiot on that call. And Lyle Collins actually did a pretty good job. He kind of he let TJ Watt get inside him a little bit and then fixed it. Maybe TJ Watt might have gotten a hand on that ball actually, but so not the best play of all time by Lyle Collins, but he fixes it to at least not allow a sack, right? So, all right, from the 32-yard line, it's 3rd and 6. Joe Burrow, shotgun formation. He's got Samaje Perine in to the left, and he's motioning him to the right. He's completely audibling the whole play now. And they taking a timeout. I think the Bengals are taking a timeout. Not sure what's going on here. I'm really confused. Okay, so the Bengals did take a timeout. All right. That Steelers crowd is, they're going to do something. Got 5 people watching. Whoever you are, put a comment in the chat. We'll put you up. Put a comment in the chat. We'll put you up. Steelers fans seem to be happy to have TJ Watt back. They got their signs all out in support of their man, TJ Watt, one of the best edge rushers in the NFL. But hopefully the Bengals can handle him this week. I see you. I'll get to you in a second, Christian. Joe Burrow, shotgun handoff to Samaje Perine. He's got a hole. Almost gets enough for a first down, but not quite. It is going to be 4th down. That was a good play, but just not quite enough for a first down. So Bengals are going to bring the field goal unit out, which they absolutely should. Just get some points until your offense really gets going. And until you build a lead, I wouldn't be going for it on 4th down. I think Zach Taylor's starting to learn his lesson, right? Like when you only get 25% of your field goal or 25% of your 4th down conversions, maybe stop trying to convert on 4th down, right? That means 75% of the time it's a disaster because you're turning the ball over. Evan McPherson's going to line up for the 45-yard attempt, which he has struggled with this year, but he puts it up. He puts this one up, and it's all the way through. Field goal's good. 3-0 Bengals. All right, Christian. If I have to make a prediction, Bengals take the lead inside the 2-minute warning and win. That's fair. I think the Bengals are going to hold on to a mild lead throughout the whole game. It's going to be a 1-score game, probably most of the game, maybe like a 10-point game at some point. But I think the Bengals are generally going to control the game and hold on to a mild lead for most of the game. And then I said at some point, Mike Hilton's going to get a pick 6, and that's part of why I appear to be predicting such a blowout type of scoreline, because I'm really not expecting the Bengals to blow the Steelers out. I just think that Mike Hilton's going to get a pick six, and that's a 14-point swing, right? So that's pretty much what I'm thinking. I know it's a very specific prediction, but we all got to have hot takes, right? Like, there's no fun if you don't have some hot takes. So go ahead and update this banner. Bengals do have the lead 3-0 over the Steelers. And to be completely honest, if we win this game 3-0, I'm cool. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm cool if we win 3-2. I'm cool if we win like 3.5 to 3.475, right? Like as long as we win, that's all I care about right now. Like this is all I care about. Like especially with Jamar Chase and Chidobe Awuzie being out, like Bengals are pretty banged up. So I'm not really too worried about the pride aspect of it right now. I just let's go get a win, right? We'll be healthier later. We're not getting Cheeto back, but we are getting Jamar back. And at that point, I'll start worrying about pride again at that point. But right now, I just want to, I want to get past this week, be 6-4 after this. And if we're 6-4, especially with the Patriots losing, I believe. Let me actually look this up. Before I stick my foot in my mouth, let me see if that's accurate. But I believe if the Bengals win, then they will. I believe if the Bengals win, then they'll get back control of the playoff seed. It'll be the number 7 seed, but it'll be a playoff seed nonetheless. Okay, so as of right now, with all the results that happened, the Bengals are currently sitting at the 9th seed. The Patriots losing are at 6-4, but if the Bengals win, then the Bengals will, in fact, take over the 7th seed. Now, that tentatively, because if the Chargers beat the Chiefs, which I don't see happening, but if that happens, the Chargers beat the Chiefs, then the Bengals would still not be in control of the playoff seed, right? But that's pretty much where we're at. Matthew, see the Patriots game. I was just talking about that. So I didn't watch the Patriots game, no. I saw bits and pieces of it, and I'll probably go back and watch it later. What on earth just happened? I think the kick fell off the tee. Steelers tried to go recover it, acting like, oh, it's been kicked. I don't think that quite works like that. But anyway, yeah, Matthew, I did not watch the Patriots game. I'll probably go back and watch it later. I'll watch all the games after the fact because partially because I got to do these power rankings. Partially, I just like keeping up with the NFL and stuff like that. But I will watch the game. I know they lost, though, which is good for us because, wild card positioning. Right now, the Bengals and Patriots are, one of the teams competing for a wild card spot. So, I mean, Oh, no, the Patriots won. You're right, Matthew. I'm so sorry. Patriots did win. The Patriots did win. They beat the Jets 10-3, which, God, the Jets. I'm so sorry, Matthew. You're right. The Patriots did win. So I don't know why, but I guess because the Bengals beat the Jets head-to-head, but either way, I am right, though. If the Bengals win this game, then they'll take over control of the playoff seed. Would that have been the case if the Patriots lost? Yeah, it would have been. So I guess it didn't really matter what happened in that game. Okay. So, all right. Last second kick return to make it 10-3. Nice. Wow. Look, it ended up being good for the Bengals because take over a playoff seed from the Jets. So I'll take it. I'll take that. I will take that all day. Go Patriots. Go Patriots because it helps the Bengals out. All right, so Najee Harris got a 5-yard run on that last play. It's going to be 2nd and 5. All right, let's go. Let's go. Come on, let's go. All right, Kenny Pickett, shotgun formation. Rolls back, finally under pressure. George Pickens wide open. Cam Taylor-Britt takes him down, but he has to sprint to catch up to him. God, terrible defense there. Terrible defense. Trey Hendrickson takes forever to put pressure on Kenny Pickett, and he's just able to lazily sit there in the pocket and just I wonder when George Pickens is gonna come open. Oh, I see him there. And it's terrible defense there. Awful, disgusting defense on that last play. Got to do better than that, Bengals. Got to do better than that. Steelers got the ball at the 38-yard line now, man. All right, Kenny Pickett under center. Got Najee Harris behind him, gives the handoff. Bengals do a good job of swallowing that up. Gets about maybe 3 yards on the play. 2.5, 3, something like that. 2.5, 3 yards there for Najee Harris. And that's Logan Wilson and B.J. Hill who combined for the takedown there. Well, Logan Wilson who takes him down. B.J. Hill who gets in the way, I think. All right, 2nd and 7. So they did give him about 3 yards there. Although maybe 2.5. I guess depends on, depends on where you're eyeing it. Good to see DJ Reader back in there. Whoa. Kenny Pickett with the fake handoff and then fake reverse and then toss to the tight end. It gets swallowed up in the backfield and doesn't do anything. But either way, very strange play there that Bengals swallowed up and were all over. Actually, Bengals get a yard back on that, so it's going to be 3rd and 8 now. And if you can stop them here, you're probably going to force a long field goal attempt. It's 36-yard line. All right, so it wouldn't be that long, but I mean long, but not like it's too long. All right, pressure on Kenny Pickett. He gets the ball off, and it's a 1st down. Terrible. Jaylen Warren, the running back on the catch. God, Bengals had pressure on him, and they terrible. Just awful. Man, this defense, dude, I'm telling you, they play well sometimes, and then they just shit the bed other times. I don't understand. They're so Jekyll and Hyde, man. This defense is so Jekyll and Hyde. All right, Kenny Pickett under center. He's going to toss it to Najee Harris, and Bengals, Jay Tufele swallows him up there for about a 2-yard pickup. So the run defense is doing well. They just can't cover anybody. And that's a problem. Especially in today's NFL, it's all about the passing game. So it's stopping the run. That's great. And I mean, there are some teams that can't stop the run and it destroys them, i.e. Browns. But at the same time, you've got to be able to stop the pass in this league. And the Bengals just in general don't. All right, Kenny Pickett under center. He's motioning a man to his left. Fakes a handoff, looks around, tries to run, can't find anything, throws it out of bounds. All right, 3rd and 7. Can we hold him to a field goal? That'd be nice. Let's hold him to a field goal. Come on. Actually, this would be really great. Where the Mike Hilton pick 6. This is right around where that would just be great. This would be the perfect time for Mike Hilton pick 6. Just destroy their hope, render their hope without hope. All right. Mike Hilton is in the game. So Kenny Pickett shotgun formation. He doesn't throw anywhere near Mike Hilton. No. Nice coverage there by Trey Hendrickson, though. Knocks that ball away. And Steelers going to have to come out for the attempted field goal. So nice pass coverage by Trey Hendrickson. Not too often you hear that, but Najee Harris unable to come up with the pass from Kenny Pickett. And I was hoping for Mike Hilton pick 6. But, yeah, Matthew Wright, apparently the kicker for the Pittsburgh Steelers. What happened to Chris Boswell? Is he hurt? Is he not with the team anymore? Or what's up with that? All right, kick is up. And I think, he might have missed it. Just barely got it. Just barely went in. I thought he missed it. Man, but refs are saying it went in. So that was close. That was close. They almost missed that. He almost missed that. But look, I ain't trying to have a battle of the field goal kickers, right? Can we let's get a touchdown on this next drive. Let's get a touchdown on this next drive. Come on, let's go. Let's go. It'd be real nice if we had Jamar Chase this week, but we don't. and that's okay. Just need to we don't need to drop 30 points to beat the Steelers. You know, we don't need to drop 30 points, but we do need to get a little farther in gear than we currently have it, because right now we're about on par with the Steelers. We need to do better than that. Come on, Joe Burrow, show us your magic. See some magic from my boy Joey B. Or as Thomas calls him, Jay Beezy. Which I don't know if I want Thomas calling him Jay Beezy, because he was originally calling Jacoby Brissett Jay Beezy, and that didn't work out so well. So maybe we could avoid the Jay Beezy thing. That would be preferable, I think, right? Oh boy. So I'm not listening to the audio of this, but according to my buddy Aaron, the announcers have just been it's just been a straight up TJ Watt blowjob show presented by CBS. That's not surprising. Guys like, TJ Watt, like whoever's the best player on the Steelers, the announcers just constantly just like ovulate over. That's not probably not even the right word, but you all know what I mean. Like whenever it's a Steelers game, the announcers just find whoever's the best player on the Steelers, and then they just drool over him the whole game. Like it's really obnoxious. Like they don't do that for other teams. Like they kind of do it for the Kansas City Chiefs, who are one of the best teams in football right now. So I guess, whatever. I don't know. I can't tell you when the last time the Steelers were one of the best teams in football. And yet they just find whoever the best player on the Steelers is, and they just like, oh, this guy is so amazing. He's so dreamy. Like, shut up. You never see him do it for the Bengals. You never see him do it for pretty much any team, regardless of how good or bad they are, except for the best teams in the NFL and the Steelers. That's what they do. If it's the Bills or the Chiefs or, God, who's a good NFC team? The Eagles, I guess, or the Steelers. Like, regardless of whether the Steelers are good or not. Not so great of a return there by Travion Williams. He gets tripped up around the 20-yard line. Think he gets it out to the 21, but that's about it. So, Bengals offense is going to come out this time, and they're not going to be set up with good field positioning this time. So they actually got to do something on offense. They actually got to put the drive together to make it to get anything out of this. So, come on. Let's go offense. Come on, Jay Beezy. Or not. I said I wasn't going to do that, right? I said I wasn't going to do that because that sounds like a curse, if anything. All right, Joe Burrow hands the ball off to Joe Mixon, and Cam Hayward is just all over that. I mean, he didn't stand a chance, man. Man, who got blown up on that play? Cordell Volson. Man. He's been getting better lately, but plays like that remind you that he's a rookie. Come on, Volson. You can do better than that. Joe Burrow, shotgun snap. Steps up into the pocket. Almost decides to take off and run with it, but instead gets it to Joe Mixon, who makes a few men miss and then gets it up about to the 30-yard line. Whatever it is, he's got about it's going to be 3rd and 1. So it was 2nd and 12. Now it's going to be 3rd and 1. So, good play on 2nd down there. Good play on 2nd down. Good navigation of the pocket by Joe Burrow and good navigation of the defense by Joe Mixon. So, all right. Joe Burrow is under center. He's got Samaje Perine as the lone back. And he pitches it out to Samaje Perine, who gets tackled, and there's a flag too. I think sounds like they're calling it on the Steelers, though, because the Steelers are reacting poorly. So the Steelers stopped him on the 3rd and 1. Samaje Perine pulls for. Yep, it's a face mask. They're calling a face mask. I mean, I don't know yet, but let's see. Personal foul, face mask. Yep, they're calling a face mask. There it is. Yep. And I actually kind of disagree. That's not a face mask, but it is a horse collar. So that was a personal foul either way. So not a great play by the Bengals. Almost worked, but and probably actually quite honestly probably would have worked if he hadn't tried to tackle him by the horse collar. So I guess it ended up being a fine offensive play call there because it would have worked if it hadn't been for the penalty, and then the penalty gave it to him anyway. So got 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Joe Burrow, empty formation. Steps back. He's got Trent Taylor, who catches it after about a 4-yard pickup, and then goes all the way back to the line of scrimmage, and then tries to reset himself, and then gets tackled. So I don't think they're gonna give him forward progress, right? That's gonna be basically a no gainer there. Talking about how the Bengals are 5-4 through the first 9 games of the season, just like last year. But the difference is their offense, I wouldn't say, is exactly heating up lately. They played well against the Panthers, but not doing so well against the Steelers right now. Joe Burrow, shotgun formation, empty. He throws. It's caught. Joe Mixon, middle of the field, down to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. There you go. As I'm talking about how the offense isn't doing so well, finally you get a big play. That's a big one right there, man. Cowboys take an early lead over the Vikings, looks like. I haven't even had a chance to go through the scores yet. Do that on the next commercial break, I suppose. Stanley Morgan's in the game, and he is the lone wideout receiver. Other than that, you got pretty much everybody on the line of scrimmage there. Joe Mixon's the lone back. Joe Burrow's under center. He's going to hand the ball off to Mixon, and it gets maybe a yard. I don't know. What was that play? You're basically telegraphing that you're running the ball on 1st and 10. What do you what do you think's going to happen? Look, man, I'm always Bengals fans need to stop defaulting to being Zach Taylor's bad because play calling. Because that's a stupid thing to say. Stop saying play calling because you don't actually have the words to explain what you mean. But that was an example of bad play calling. That was why are you telegraphing a run on 1st and 10? That doesn't make any sense. All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun formation. Throw to Samaje Perine, who's got all day open on the end. First down, 10, 5, touchdown, Samaje Perine. Let's go. Touchdown. That's how you do it on offense. After the abysmal play calling on 1st down, 2nd down, they get it done. That was a great play call by Zach Taylor. And that's what I'm saying, y'all. People are oh, Zach Taylor's a bad play caller because they don't know what play, they don't even know how to diagnose something to tell you what the play calling even is. But that was an amazing play call right there. It was basically a running back screen, but it was set up as a wide receiver screen and disguised as a longer pass. So that was actually a very good play call there by Zach Taylor. Bengals take a 10-3 lead over the Pittsburgh Steelers. I haven't even been updating this banner. This is what y'all are going to get from me. You're going to get good reactions. You're going to get me being emotional about whatever is happening in the Bengals game, and absolutely no attention paid to the actual technical aspects of the stream, right? Oh, boy. I got 3 people watching right now. Whoever you are, leave a comment on the side. Tell me who you think's going to win. Tell me what you think's going to happen. Tell me who you're rooting for. If you say anything other than the Bengals, I'm blocking you from the channel. But I'm joking. I'm just saying, rooting for the Steelers around here is tantamount to treason. Put it that way. Even when it's good for the Bengals, I think there have been a handful of times in my life where it's been such an obvious situation that the Bengals need the Steelers to win to make it to the playoffs or something like that. That in situations like that, I'll root for the Steelers. But it's so rare that it ever happens because unless it's blatantly obvious that the Bengals need the Steelers to win for something immediately amazing to happen. Other than that, I ain't rooting for the Steelers. I ain't doing it. It's just ain't doing it straight up. Never. I don't even care if it's I can't even think of any reason why I'd ever emotionally want the Steelers to win. Fuck the Steelers, quite frankly. Philip Caruso says Hugh Janis is the best by far. Well, if that's what you think, then that's fantastic. But I'll be honest, I don't know who Hugh Janis is. So, if you could explain to me who Hugh Janis is, then you're talking about Hugh Jackson. Best, I'm not best, not sure best what, but I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. All right, Bengals take the 10-3 lead, and they're doing basically what I said they'd do so far, right? Like they're kind of handily, like they're clearly the better football team, and they're winning in that regard. My prediction is a 27-7 win because I think it's going to be like this the whole game, where they're just kind of like going to basically stay ahead, and then at some point, like I said, there's going to be a Mike Hilton pick six, and that's going to create a gap. Although the Steelers probably aren't going to get 7 points at this point. They require 2 safeties. So that's probably not happening. But, I predicted a 20-point victory for the Bengals, but not because the Bengals are going to dominate, just because I think Mike Hilton's going to get a pick six, and it's basically going to take 7 points off the board for the Steelers and put 7 points on the board for the Bengals. Hugh Janis. That's not how you pronounce that though. It's Hugh Janis. Hugh Janis. Like if we're talking about if we're just talking about like that, it's like, like an anise seed, like it's a seasoning at that point, right? All right, Evan McPherson gonna kick the ball back off to the Steelers, and it's caught about some of these kickoffs are just bad today. Only gets it to about the 5-yard line. Bengals can, oh my God. Steelers return it to about midfield. God, special teams has just not been good at all. Like kick coverage today has been like awful on both sides. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know what's up with that. Kick return coverage. They didn't quite get it to midfield. They got it to the 45. So basically replicating the return the Bengals had earlier this game. All right, Kenny Pickett, we're going to motion a man to his left. He's going to fake the handoff to Najee Harris. He throws, and it's almost picked off by Eli Apple. Almost picked off. Good play, though. Good play to knock it down. I know he's upset at himself for not coming down with the interception, but good play by Eli Apple to knock that down. George Pickens couldn't get his hands on him, but come on, Eli. You can catch that, man. Come on, Eli. That's why you don't play receiver. That's right. There's why you don't play receiver, because he ain't got no hands. Kenny Pickett hands the ball off to Najee Harris. He gets about 2 yards, maybe 2 yards on the run before he's taken back down. So, good defense so far on this drive. It's going to be 3rd and 7. See if they can stop them. That'd be great. That'd be great if we could stop them here. That would really help the Bengals, I think, start pulling away a little bit. All right, so we are going to commercial now, and I'm going to go over some of these scores. Some of these scores, by the way, I haven't seen all of them, so some of these you're going to be getting my first reaction to some of these scores. So let's see what we got so far. Broncos are beating the Raiders 10-7. Not sure I care. Cowboys are beating the Vikings 10-3. Also not sure I care. Falcons beat the Bears 27-4. 27-24. Also not sure I care. Bills beat the Browns. That's good. Like, I'll take it. Like, Browns losing is good for us, right? But at the same time, like, I did predict that the Browns would upset the Bills and win that game, and they looked like they were going to at first, right? Like they actually looked like they had a chance early on, and then they just fell apart. Eagles barely beating the Colts, but they did beat them. So I think it's worth noting the Colts are, I think, a little underrated right now. As crazy as that sounds, the Colts have been a little bit better lately. And so the Eagles taking them down, like, I mean, it was only by 1 point, but still, they won. That's important. Patriots beating the Jets works out for me because if the Bengals win this game, then they're back in control of a playoff spot. So that works out for me. Saints taking down the Rams. Again, who cares? Two bad teams. Lions took down the Giants. I predicted that one. I did predict that one. Unfortunately, on the podcast, I didn't make it my big upset of the week. The one I didn't get right, but I did predict that the Lions would win that game. I did say I think the Lions got this one. Ravens taking down the Panthers because Baker Mayfield just couldn't get anything done the whole game. It was, God, the Ravens are such trash, dude. Like really, the Ravens aren't good. And the fact that they beat us, I'm very upset about. Like, I'm like, how it's like losing to the Steelers earlier this year. Like, how did we lose to the Steelers? Like, God, man. And then with the Ravens, like, how did we lose to the Ravens? But then again, how are the Ravens 7-3? That's what's insane. Because, like, they shouldn't have won most of these games that they have won. They just keep doing it. Like, whatever. I guess that'll probably mean they get exposed in the playoffs, though. So look forward to that, I guess. And then the Commanders took down the Texans 23-10, which, duh. So yeah, that's pretty much how the NFL scoreboard has gone so far. Back to the action. The Steelers are on 3rd and 7. Kenny Pickett's in shotgun formation. No coverage once again. Pat Freiermuth catches the pass for a first down. Man, the Bengals' pass coverage is just so hot and damn cold. This defense in general, they're just so Jekyll and Hyde. Like, they're doing great against the run, but against the pass, like, Kenny Pickett should not be tearing you up like this. Jeez, man. All right, Kenny Pickett, shotgun formation. Motions a man to his left, hands the ball off Najee Harris, and that one goes for about 7 yards. I'm going to need to go get some water on the next break. A little bit of indigestion there. Oh, God, Trey Hendrickson's hurt. Hopefully he's not hurt too badly, man. He's on the ground looking at his leg. Not looking like he's in a ton of pain, but boy. All right, well, I'm going to go get some water. Hey, sorry about that. I'm a little late. Looks like I missed a play. So it's 2nd and 3. Kenny Pickett tries to keep it and run with it, and he goes nowhere. So it's going to be 3rd and maybe 2 at this point. I don't know. Yeah, sorry, I missed a play. My wife just came home, and I wanted to say hi to her because I'm not going to see her like 6 o'clock today, and she goes to bed early. So, all right, Kenny Pickett, shotgun snap. He's going to try the same thing, and it works this time. Gets it down to about the 20-yard line. Dude, this, I'm telling you, man, this Jekyll and Hyde defense, like, people talk about how good this defense is, and like, honestly, they don't look like it half the time. Like, they really don't. Like, they're good, but they're really like inconsistent. Steelers are already in field goal range. They're already in easy field goal range. Although if that kick from earlier was anything to say about it, it might not be easy field goal range. I don't know. All right, Kenny Pickett, shotgun snap. No pressure. no arm strength. Or maybe too much arm strength. I don't know. He throws it to Pat Freiermuth, and it's just like way too fast. Cannot grab onto that one. That's a shame, too, for the Steelers. Great for me, but shame for the Steelers because Pat Freiermuth was wide open and might have ended up having a touchdown there. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 instead of a touchdown. I'll take that. Score is still 10-3. Bengals looking to hold on to their lead here. So, all right, Kenny Pickett's going to hand the ball off to Najee Harris, who gets to the outside. God, man. And he dives, and it's a touchdown. Jesus Christ, defense. Jesus, man. What a complete, utter joke. This friggin' Jekyll and Hyde defense, man. No consistency. Everybody's like, this is great defense. It's not a great defense. It's really not. It's 10-9. With the extra point, it'll be 10-10, but, you know, we'll wait to put that one up. God, man. They've been playing so well against the run all game, and then they just let Najee Harris get loose on the outside, and boom. All right, kicks up. That was another weird-looking kick. I'm wondering about this field goal kicker for the Pittsburgh Steelers, but that one did go through. So it is 10-10. 10-10. 12:58 left to go in the quarter. So Bengals going to have another chance to come out and hopefully get something done on offense because the defense can't be trusted right now. Defense can't be trusted right now, so we're just going to have to try to make do with what we can get. Tell you what, the offense hasn't exactly been amazing today, but they did get a touchdown on their last drive. So hopefully, I mean, they started out slow, then got a field goal, then got a touchdown. And really, like, both teams have been exactly the same as each other today, right? Like, both teams started out, like, you know, had a punt on their – both teams went 3 and out on their first drive, then got a field goal on their second drive, and then got a third touchdown on their third drive. So, you know, you're really seeing a tale of two teams that are playing, like, exactly like each other, which really kind of feels like the Bengals playing down to their opponent. You got to get this one, man. You got to get this one. Like if the Bengals don't win this game, I'm not saying like anything drastic. Like obviously, like there's worse fates in the world than being 5-5 after 10 games when you have 7 more games left to play, right? But at the same time, you got a golden opportunity right now. You got a golden opportunity with the you've got a golden opportunity with the Jets and Patriots basically beating up on each other earlier today and opening a window for somebody to go for the Bengals to go take control of the playoff seed, and then the Chargers playing the Chiefs later. Like, you know, you would imagine the Chiefs are probably going to come away with this game. So the Bengals got a wide open opportunity to control a playoff spot right now. And yet if they don't, if they don't, they could end up in a really rotten position, like, still being a game out of a playoff spot. With only 7 games left to go, and the margin of error just keeps getting thinner and thinner. You've already basically lost control of the division because you're essentially 2 games behind the Ravens after losing the tiebreaker. And you can't start out 0-4 in the division. That's just like, if you start out 0-4 in the division, I don't care how well you do against the rest of the NFL. Although that is crazy when you think about it. Like, the Bengals the Bengals have won almost every game they played this year outside of the division, but they haven't won a single division game. That is kind of crazy. All right, Travion Williams is going to take the return, gets it up to about the 28-yard line before he's taken down. Not a very good return. There's a flag. I don't know what the flag is. What's the flag? God, if this is on the Bengals, man. What are we doing? Holding on the Bengals. Devin Asiasi, the third string tight end. Or maybe fourth string. I actually don't know. I don't know if Mitch Wilcox or Devin Asiasi is the third string. I think Devin Asiasi is more talented, but Mitch Wilcox appears to be more trusted. And after plays like that, I haven't seen Mitch Wilcox have a stupid play like that. So, I don't know, man. All right, Joe Burrow's back out on the field. Bengals going to get the ball about, the 12-yard line, something like that, 12, 13, about 13. Hands the ball off to Joe Mixon, who gets about 3 yards before he's met immediately by Spillane. Linebacker, number 41, Mr. Spillane. I thought I had the Steelers roster up. I don't know what's up with that. Number 41. Yep, Robert Spillane. I was right. Okay. Joe Burrow, shotgun formations. Got Joe Mixon in the backfield with him. Got 3 receivers to his left and Hayden Hurst to his right. Pointing around, calling something out. Takes the snap. Good protection. Decides to run for it. And that was a very stupid decision. Gets 2 yards. I don't know what he's thinking there. He had good protection, but he didn't fake out the linebackers at all. TJ Watt brings him down. But TJ Watt brings him down. 3rd and 4. And it's 3rd and short. It's they should be able to convert this, but they got to do something, All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun formation in the empty. He's got a man. Caught. T. Higgins. There we go. 1st down and more. He's got it down to about the 39-yard line before he's brought down. Let's go. Let's go. T. Higgins, man. Get the ball to him more. All right, 1st down. Bengals offense is moving. Bengals got weapons, man. That's why I'm so frustrated by the offensive output we've had this year. They've got so many weapons. They should be doing so much better than they are. Even without Jamar Chase, you're still man, they still got so many weapons. Even without Jamar Chase, That's where we're at, I guess. Joe Burrow, shotgun formation. He throws. It's caught. T. Higgins again. And he keeps fighting. Gets about 6 yards when he should have gotten 4. So keep feeding him the ball, man. Keep feeding T. Higgins. And if you don't feed T. Higgins, then you could argue actually that hit on Joe Burrow was a hit to the helmet by Miles Jack. I don't know why. Yeah, that was a spearing in the helmet. Miles Jack might end up getting fined for that play. I didn't see it initially, but as we're replaying that he might have speared him in the helmet there. But anyway, 2nd and 4. Bengals got the ball at the 44-yard line. Joe Burrow, shotgun formation. Samaje Perine to his, Joe Mixon to his left. He throws, caught. T. Higgins once again. T. Higgins is, they are feeding that man. They figured out the same thing that I was just saying, which I'm sure they knew. I'm not trying to say I know better than the Bengals, but clearly the correct decision here is to feed T. Higgins. That's a talented player you got right there. He could be a number 1 on a lot of different football teams. could be a number one on a lot of different teams. But he isn't here because we got Jamar Chase, right? On a lot of different teams, he could be a number one. Joe Burrow, shotgun formation. He rolls back. He hits Joe Mixon for about a 6 or 7 yard pickup. I think it was 6, and then he falls forward in the Bengals' favor. It's about a 7 yard pickup. So the offense is moving now. The offense is definitely moving. And I didn't see where they have it. Let's see. They got the ball at the 36-yard line. So they're basically in field goal range at this point. So they can take the lead back at least. But then again, even if they do, like, is the defense going to stop the Steelers? That's the question, right? All right. Shotgun formation. Got 2 men to his left. Well, immediately to his left anyway. Joe Mixon takes the handoff, finds a hole, picks it up, gets it down to about the 29-yard line for a first down, a little bit extra on top of that. Great, well-designed play there. You had Mitch Wilcox lead blocking for him and opened up a hole, and that was a really well-designed run play right there. That was a really well-designed play right there. All right, Samaje Perine is coming into the game, and he's going out wide, looks like. Interesting. Samaje Perine, the right wide receiver here. Yeah, Mike Thomas in the slot on the right side. Joe Burrow, shotgun formation, takes the snap. He throws. He's got Samaje Perine for about a 6-yard pickup, I think. Keep those chains moving. Let's go. Keep moving that ball. That's fine. I don't care. Let's get a touchdown. I'm cool, man. I'm cool whatever we do, as long as we get a touchdown. However you want to do it. I don't really care. Just go do it. Let's go get that touchdown. Let's keep those white helmets undefeated, boys. Joe Burrow, shotgun formation. Looks around, throws, wide open. T. Higgins. Tackled around the 11-yard line. And that's another first down, Bengals. And it being at the 11-yard line, you do have the opportunity for one more first down for what it's worth. Not that it really matters. It's like 7 minutes left in the second quarter. It's not like you're running the timeout, but, for what it's worth, you don't have to get you don't have to get a touchdown. You could get a first down here. Technically. Only got about a 1-yard grace range there, but Joe Burrow takes the shotgun snap, rolls back, dumps it short to Samaje Perine, who breaks a tackle. Got it. I think he's got a touchdown. It's touchdown. Let's go. Touchdown number 2 for Samaje Perine. For everybody who picked up Samaje Perine in your fantasy draft. All 2.5 of you on the planet. And probably both of you live in Cincinnati. You're having a good day today. Samaje Perine is giving you a good day today if you got him in fantasy, which I actually did have Samaje Perine in fantasy. I was 2 weeks ago, I think. I mean, only briefly. I picked him up on I picked him up as a waiver, or not a waiver. I picked him up as a free agent because I forgot to set my lineup, and then I had a bunch of guys who were out that week or who were on bye that I forgot to set. And the Bengals were playing on like Thursday night and maybe it wasn't 2 weeks ago, but either way, it was whenever the Bengals played on Thursday night last, which I think might have actually been that Miami Dolphins game. But anyway, whenever the Bengals played on Thursday night last, I forgot to set my lineup, and I had a bunch of guys who were on bye in my lineup that week. So I had to put in a bunch of either Bengals players or I think Dolphins players. And Samaje Perine was one of the guys I picked up to fill a running back spot. So it didn't work out so well for me that week, but would have worked out really well this week. Samaje Perine already has 2 touchdowns. We're not even in the second half yet. Evan McPherson hits the extra point up, and that one didn't look so good, but he did get it. He did get it. So it is a 17-10 lead for the Cincinnati Bengals over the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Squealers, the Shitters, whatever you want to fucking call them. We don't like them here. We don't like the Pittsburgh Steelers. I've got for last year I was doing this Bengals preview series, like where I previewed every NFL game, and I'd have like originally I was playing like parody characters of opposing teams and doing kind of like a Daily Show style interview with the opposing team. And then my buddy Aaron took over the thing for me, so I didn't have to basically just like talk to myself the whole time. Oh, that would have been kind of a cool way to do it. And maybe in the future, if I have time, I'll bring that series back at some point. But yeah, anyway, I was doing that last year, and I actually bought a Pittsburgh Steelers shirt at Goodwill, just to have something like for the thing. I never had to wear it. Aaron wore it, and Aaron's a bigger guy, and we bought it like 2 sizes too small for him just for the sake of the character. It's boy, I think actually, well, there goes my water. I keep it with the power tools. This is a disgusting shirt. I keep it with the power tools because that's where it's worth. That's where it deserves to be. Deserve to be, with the muck and the grime and the trash. But yeah, I picked that up. And if I ever bring that series back, that'll be the shirt we use. It's a large, I believe, and so I'm not even a large. So if I had to play the characters myself, it'd be too small for me too. Which again is really funny when you see it. Unfortunately, we won't be seeing too much of Dan the Steelers fan going forward because Aaron just got too busy and can't keep doing it. Or God, maybe fortunately, Dan was annoying. But funny annoying. Dan was annoying though, but I might bring that series back at some point. I just don't have time to do it right now because like maybe way in the future, if I ever have an opportunity to bring that series back, like if I ever have an opportunity to at least go at least make some income off of this, like whether it be a part-time job or whether it be something I can do full-time. At that point, God, terrible coverage. Steelers get the ball down to the 35-yard line. Terrible coverage. But yeah, that might be a video series I bring back at some point. If I can ever afford to devote more time to this channel. But right now it's mostly just streams, and then I do a power rankings thing, and then I do reaction videos, like breakdown and reactions to Bengals games. And that's all I really have about time to do right now. So, we'll see. Maybe in the future, if I can make some income off of this, then I'll do more, but really can't right now. Kenny Pickett shotgun formation, all the time in the world to throw. Great coverage, though, by Jesse Bates. Pat Freiermuth, that was a great throw by Kenny Pickett. He had all day to throw. Nobody was on him. Of course he's going to make an accurate, good throw. But Jesse Bates gets his hand up there, and Pat Freiermuth can't come down with it. Now, granted, it appears that Pat Freiermuth was starting to bobble that ball before Jesse Bates even got there. So maybe not the most amazing coverage in the world by Jesse Bates, but still good enough to finish that play through. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Pat Freiermuth is going to motion to the left. And Kenny Pickett's going to take the handoff. He's going to take the snap and hand it off to Najee Harris. Picks up about 4 yards on the play, so it's going to be 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. All right. 3rd and 7. For once, the TV broadcast is actually giving the Bengals better than what I thought. All right. That works for me. Can the Bengals get off the field here? Kenny Pickett, shotgun formation. Waits forever. Takes the snap. Throws. Terrible throw. Trey Flowers is going to get called for pass interference, and he didn't even need to do that. It wasn't a good throw. Trey Flowers is going to get called for pass interference, or holding is going to get called for. Okay, well, maybe that explains why it wasn't a good-looking throw then. Maybe that was where it was supposed to be, and Trey Flowers is going to get called for holding, and that's part of why Pat Freiermuth couldn't get there. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much why Pat Freiermuth couldn't get there, because, Trey Flowers was holding on to his arm. God, man. Come on, Trey. At least they got him playing against tight ends now, though, instead of on the outside. That was such a joke. Why did they have him playing on the outside? Najee Harris knifes to the left there. Picks up about 6 yards. Bad. Badly bad. Badly bad defense on the last couple of plays. That's what I'm saying with this Jekyll and Hyde shit, man. Like they come in, they have some really strong, good-looking plays, and then they just get gashed. You know, like there's no consistency. There is no consistency. All right, Kenny Pickett tosses the ball to Najee Harris. Bengals are able to tackle him, but let him get like 3 yards before, like they have him in the backfield, and then they just can't get their hands around him. Najee Harris ends up picking him 3 yards. It's 3rd and 1. Got an opportunity to get off the field here, but like I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't seen any reason to believe that they're going to get off the field. Like they can, but I don't see any reason to think they're going to. And there you go. Deontay Johnson's going to take the wide receiver handoff, and he gets the first down. Trash. Doesn't get much, but gets enough for a first down, and that's all they needed, man. So the Steelers are going to have the ball at the Bengals' 46-yard line, and they're starting to knock on the door of field goal range, which the way the offense is playing, it's like I'm kind of fine with, but I mean, you're putting a lot of pressure on the offense to definitely keep up the scoring, right? All right, Kenny Pickett, shotgun formation. Rolls back. Again, no pressure. Deep throw. George Pickens trips on his own feet and it just goes in the back of the end zone. That was comedy right there. That was funny. What's the flag? Holding. Oh, okay. I was about to get so mad. Like, I thought they were about to like call some sort of phantom pass interference on the Bengals there, or holding or something. No, it's holding on Dan Moore Jr., so it's going to be back the Steelers up 10 yards. But it is going to replay the down, though. So I guess I'll take it, though. You know, like the defense can play well. They just need to actually do it. So I'll take the back and the Steelers up 10 yards. I'll take that. All right, Kenny Pickett, shotgun formation. Got Najee Harris to his right, takes the snap, rolls back. Mike Hilton blitzes, gets close to him. Can't get him down, though. Logan Wilson tackles Deontay Johnson, who picked up about 7 yards on the play. So the Mike Hilton blitz sort of works, but he doesn't get to him quick enough. Tries to hesitate a little too quickly. Teams without a 10-plus yard passing touchdown since 1932. Apparently, the Steelers haven't had a passing touchdown of over 10 yards this year. The Bengals were on that list. That's depressing, but that's like, old school Bengals. All right, Kenny Pickett. Standing up in shotgun formation once again. Got Najee Harris. Oh, that's not Najee Harris. Deontay Johnson catches the pass, and he's brought down immediately by Cam Taylor-Britt after about a 4-yard pickup. So it's going to be 3rd down and 6, I think. 3rd and 6? 3rd and 4. Fuck me. 3rd and 4. All right. Can the Bengals stop them, please? Like, for the love of God. Like, please, just do something. I got Cam Sample and B.J. Hill at defensive tackle right now. I'm not sure I agree with that. Kenny Pickett takes the shotgun snap. He rolls back. He's going to try throw, and it's nowhere near anything. It's going to be God. It's going to be interference, or maybe holding, I don't know, on Mike Hilton. No, they're calling interference. I don't agree with that. That wasn't a catchable ball. I don't agree with that. Like, if you can't call interference. You can probably call holding. But that ball wasn't catchable. That ball wasn't catchable. Like, they're calling it anyway. Pass interference on Mike Hilton. That's bullshit. That is a bullshit call, and you know it. Mike Hilton looking around like, what? Like, yeah, I agree. Like, yes, he was holding. He probably should have gotten flagged, but that's not interference. Like, by definition, that's not interference. It wasn't catchable. You can maybe argue that it was holding, and that's why it wasn't catchable, but it's definitely not interference because there was no pass to interfere with. It's bullshit by the refs. Bullshit by the refs. But what's new when playing the Steelers? When they call bullshit penalties on us? You know? This is what happens when we play the Steelers. Kenny Pickett motions a man to his right, hands the ball off to Najee Harris, and the Bengals are all over that one. Jermaine Pratt brings him down from behind. Can't bring him down in the backfield, but only lets him pick up about half a yard. So that works out. Oh, God. I'm kind of mad about that Mike Hilton play, but also, like, he definitely did commit a penalty. Like, he definitely did commit a penalty, to be fair. So, like, I can't be too mad because, like, it would have been a first down anyway because of the holding. But it's just like, I mean, it's just another example of, like, bullshit calls whenever we play the Steelers, right? Like, the refs are constantly on the Steelers side whenever we play them. So stupid. So stupid. But, I mean, at the same time, he should have gotten called for something, so I guess whatever. But it only would have been a 5-yard penalty rather than, like, a, you know, the whole pass interference thing, right? I don't know. I don't agree with that. But whatever. Whatever. We can hold them to a field goal, then, you know, at least we've done something. It is going to be 2nd and 9, I believe. It is going to be 2nd and 9, so we'll see if we can slow him back down. Or maybe this is where the Mike Hilton pick six comes from. Because I said it was going to happen, right? Obviously, at this point, 10 points is not going to, or 7 points is not going to happen for the Steelers because they've already gone over that. But maybe this is where the Mike Hilton pick six comes from. You know, make up for the what should have been a holding, not a pass interference, but you know, make up for it with a pick six. Let's do it. Let's get a pick six on Kenny pick six. That would be fun. That'd be fun. Let's do it. I want to see that. Oh God, the Vikings are getting killed, man. Cowboys up 20-3 on them. Broncos up 10-7 on the Raiders. I can't tell if that's good for the Broncos or just further proof that the Raiders are a train wreck. It's so weird. I'm so used to, like, the Bengals playing at 1 p.m. So I'm so used to looking at like let's see, like, the other 6 games that are playing right now. Let's talk about them. But there's only 2 games going on right now. You got Chiefs and the Chargers tonight. And you got 49ers Cardinals in Mexico tomorrow. That'd be an interesting game. Just because it's in Mexico. All right, 2nd and 9. Kenny Pickett, shotgun. He's got Najee Harris to his left, takes the snap, rolls back, throws. It's caught. Deontay Johnson, who falls backwards. That's stupid. Stupid of him, but whatever. It kind of helps out the Bengals because, you know, he probably doesn't. Could have gotten an extra yard out of that and didn't. So it's going to be 3rd and 4 again. See if we can stop him here. Bengals have the fewest penalty yards per game in the NFL, but they've been getting penalized like hell today because we're playing the Steelers. That's why. Every time we play the Steelers, man, I'm telling you, the refs just crucify us for everything. And there's a perfect example right there. Bengals was one of the least penalized teams in the NFL. They're disciplined. Zach Taylor's got them playing disciplined football for the most part. But they're playing against the Steelers, and the refs are looking out for it like they always do. Is preferential treatment. I'm telling you, man. Kenny Pickett, shotgun formation, 3rd and 4. Bengals motioning around in the backfield a little bit. And there's a flag. I think it's going to be false start on the Steelers. That works out. False start on the Steelers. There you go. False start on Kenny Pickett. Interesting. Interesting. That's cool. All right. Third and 9 now. If you can't get off the field on 3rd and 9, I don't know what you're doing. Hold them to a field goal, man. Come on. Let's go into halftime with a lead. Like, let's just do it, you know? Hell, let's go into halftime with let's see if we can get like a 10-point lead. Hold them to a field goal and then get a touchdown. That'd be cool. That'd be an 11-point lead, actually. Let's do that. All right, Kenny Pickett, shotgun snap. Good pressure for the Bengals there. Oh, God, it's a touchdown. God damn it, dude. Horrible coverage by, what was it, Von Bell? That must have been zone coverage. But either way, it was trash coverage. George Pickens was wide open. And the Bengals had great pressure on that play, too. That's the Steelers' first touchdown of over 10 yards this entire season. Bengals don't seem like they have any idea what's going on that play. They're just motioning all over the place. And no, that was Eli Apple, actually. That was Eli Apple who got lost in coverage. Great pressure by the Bengals. The Bengals got pressure all over Kenny Pickett, and Eli Apple just got burned by George Pickens. There's a flag on the extra point. On the Steelers. They're going to replay the kick. So there's a delay of game on the extra point. Interesting. And they're going to replay the kick. Hey, maybe they missed the extra point. That'd be funny. And then we can get a touchdown before the half and have an 8-point lead. That'd be cool. All right, Matthew Wright's going to come back out and attempt the extra point, this time from the 20-yard line. All right, kick is up, and it is. Oh no, it's good. It's very close. This guy's teetering on the edge of missing some of these kicks, man. This Matthew Wright guy isn't too good, but he hit that one. Dude, I don't understand how Eli Apple just gets burned so badly, and the defense just didn't look like they had any idea what was going on that play at all. They were just motioning all over the place, back and forth. And Jesse Bates didn't even get set before the Steelers snapped the ball. That was a terrible defensive play, man. And it's this defense in general, this Jekyll and Hyde bullshit, man. They come out, they have some really amazing plays, and then they just let him get fucking points on the board anyway. It's such a joke. It's such a freaking joke, man. Friends in my group chat are very upset about the way that the refs are going against the Bengals. And as far as some of these things they're complaining about, I agree. Some of them I don't agree with, because they're complaining about the Trey Flowers pass interference, which that one definitely was. Or holding is what that was. And the Von Bell one, or who was it? This is the one on the other side of the field. Mike Hilton, I think it was. It was, he was doing something, but it wasn't pass interference. So, but I don't know, man. It's not me. It's not just me. This is clearly a phenomenon that happens. But it doesn't really change the fact that this Jekyll and Hyde defense is I don't understand what they're expecting out of us, honestly. The offense has to drop 30 every game to be able to win a football game. Because this defense, everybody's like, oh, they're such a good defense. They're really not. Sergeant Crust Nugget. Nice one. It says, let's go Bengals. Let's go, baby. Who day? It is 17-17 now, for what it's worth. Bengals get the ball back. Be really nice if they could get some points, because They got to kick the ball to the Steelers at the end of, or at the beginning of the next half. Steelers are going to kick the ball back to the Bengals. Let's get some offense going here because we have to, because the defense can't stop a fucking nosebleed. Travion Williams, once again, just a shit fucking return. Like, doesn't even return it from the end zone and still only gets it to like the 23-yard line. Like, dude, Travion Williams ain't it. Like, I mean, I know he had a couple good returns earlier, but like he had like really it was just one. The other one was bad coverage. And outside of that, like Travion Williams is not a great returner. I guess, yeah, I think he's in because Chris Evans is out, but put Trent Taylor in. He'd at least be more consistent. I don't know. As long as he can hold on to the ball, I guess. As long as we're not dealing with the Darius Phillips situation. All right, Joe Burrow is alone in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looks around. Great protection. Immaculate protection. Just eventually has to throw it away, which is fine. Nobody could get open, but man, the offensive line doing a great job keeping Joe Burrow clean on that play. Be nice if one of the receivers could get open, though. Joe Burrow had all day to throw that ball, and he couldn't find anybody. And I don't think that's Joe Burrow's fault. I think that's the fact that nobody was open. So you got Trent Irwin in the game out wide. And you got T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd outside and inside, respectively. Hayden Hurst to the right. And Joe Burrow throws. He's got T. Higgins for the first down. He keeps fighting. He gets a couple extra yards. There we go. There we go, baby. Keep this offense churning. Let's keep this offense going. Steelers suck. Damn right. Fucking Pittsburgh Squealers. That's who they are. Joe Burrow, shotgun formation. Drops back. Good protection again. I don't know what that was. Like he had Tyler Boyd open and didn't throw it anywhere near him. Like it looked like the ball got tipped, but it didn't. It was just a duck. I don't know what that was. It's a terrible pass by Joe Burrow there. That's 1 in a million. Joe Burrow every once in a while. You know, everybody's got to have a bad pass every once in a while, and that was the 1 in a million that he throws. Whatever. All right, second down, 2nd and 10. Joe Burrow's in the shotgun formation. He's got T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd to the left and Trent Irwin to the right. Good protection. He throws. He's got T. Higgins. I think he came down. I think he caught it, came down with it. T. Higgins hurt, though. Okay, so they are saying he caught it, but T. Higgins came down badly on his hip. Oh, that's not good. Is it his hip? He's getting up. Might be a stinger. All right. Joe Burrow, shotgun formation. He throws. I'm not sure why he was trying to throw to Tyler Boyd there because he was not open in any way, shape, or form. But that didn't work. It's going to be 2nd down. Don't know what's up with T. Higgins right now, but he did get up. So for what that's worth. Hopefully it's just a stinger or something like that. Something that he can easily come back from. Yeah, he's walking around just fine on the sideline right now. I think he's going to be okay. Might have got the wind knocked out of him or something like that, but seems to be about the only thing that happened there. Joe Burrow, shotgun formation. Looking around, he throws after a tip, and oh no, it's intercepted! Oh! I think TJ Watt got his hands on that one. God fucking damn it, dude. Steelers going to have the ball in good field position with 31 seconds to go. Yep, TJ Watt got his hands on that one. That was a dangerous throw by Joe Burrow anyway, though. Like, you had two guys who were like, that was double coverage, and that went. I don't know if there was a window to throw into. As Mike Hilton, or not Mike Hilton, Mike Thomas, by the way, who was the intended receiver there. I thought it was T. Higgins, but it's Mike Thomas. What? Hey, it's under review. What are we reviewing? Please tell me it wasn't a catch. That made me happy. That made me really happy. Let's see. I don't really see anything here. I mean, he kind of only barely got control of it, but he did get control of it. Like, the ball doesn't hit the ground; his hand hits the ground. So I mean, as I would love, I would love for that to be overturned, but that was I hate to say it, that was a catch. Like, if they overturn this, then I don't think we get to talk about the refs anymore. Because that's definitely a catch from what I could see, unless I'm crazy. But to me, it looks like a catch. Sergeant Crust Nugget says, my favorite players are Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. Yeah, those are the best players on the team. I think my favorite player is Jamar Chase because of the finger thing with Minkah Fitzpatrick. See, I have that picture up. Here it is. That's why Jamar Chase is my favorite player. That right there. Do I have a Discord? I have one. I don't use it a whole lot, but I have one for what that's worth. I don't have a Discord server, if that's what you're asking. But I do have I have a Discord account. All right, I think the refs are, yeah, it was a catch. I don't know why they're saying it wasn't, or why they're even reviewing it. Okay, there's a false start on the Steelers, so we're gonna push them back. What's it called? Well, I don't know. I think it's called mud. I don't know. I don't really use it a whole lot. I mostly use it like my friends playing games with voice chat, and that's the main reason I have one. All right, Kenny Pickett, shotgun formation. He throws, it's caught. Najee Harris. Oh God, come on, Bengals, bring him down. Steelers going to take a timeout with 23 seconds left to go. You got to play better defense than that, man. Mud number 2879. That's what my name is. So I don't know how to direct you any further than that. I don't really know how to use Discord beyond just like get on there and connect your microphone and start talking. But I might start a Discord server at some point if with some popularity. Like if more people start watching and stuff like that. But right now, I've got too many things to pay attention to. I can't add another thing. Maybe if I get some like people to volunteer to be mods or something like that. But just I can't keep up with something like that right now. I just got too much going on. Thank you for subscribing, Sergeant Crust Nugget. I appreciate that. Let's go Bengals. Who day? Who day? Are you newly subscribed or have you been subscribed? Anyway, Kenny Pickett shotgun formation from the 49-yard line. Gets it out to Pat Freiermuth. God, man. They're saying he got out of bounds. Bullshit. They're saying he got out of bounds. That's bullshit. Bengals tackled him before that. Who day and you're new. Let's go, man. Let's go. So does that mean we gained a subscriber in the count then? Oh, what do we get? We're at 204, so you must have been number 204. So welcome. Welcome, Sergeant Crust Nugget. Gotta love it. Kenny Pickett, shotgun formation. He's going to try to throw, and that was actually a good decision. He could have ran for a first down, but he gets it to Pat Freiermuth, and there's no coverage on the play. God, Pat Freiermuth is fucking killing him today, man. Can we get an interception here? This is where the Mike Hilton pick six, this would be a great time for it. I said Mike Hilton was going to get a pick six. Right now would be an amazing time for it. Cam Taylor-Britt just can't bring down Pat Freiermuth at all. That's part of the problem. Cam Taylor-Britt just hits him and then like bounces off of him like he gets stunned. That was terrible. Awful tackling there. All right. I imagine this is going to be a pass attempt, and if that doesn't get a touchdown, it's going to be a shot to the end zone, and if they don't get it, then they're going to go for a field goal. Because the Steelers only have one timeout here, right? So unless it's like a 2-second pass to the sideline, this is probably going to be the last play before they attempt a field goal. So good pressure on Kenny Pickett. Nice, finally. Good job, Cam Taylor-Britt. You actually took down Najee Harris on that play. So Steelers are going to stop the clock with 3 seconds left to go, and that's going to bring out their field goal unit. So the Steelers are actually going to go into the half with a lead, assuming they get the the field goal. We're going to watch to see, though, because Matthew Wright has been looking a little suspect today, in my opinion. He's been having a lot of easy kicks, but in my opinion, his kicks have all been looking a little suspect today. So we'll see. Maybe we get a block or something, you know? Maybe we luck out. Let's see. All right, so Matthew Wright is going to line up for the kick. Going to be a 30-yard attempt. So he's got no business missing this one, but I don't know. I've got a feeling, you know? Are the Bengals taking a time? The Bengals going to try to ice him? Oh, boy. Bengals going to try to ice the kicker. That's silly. Whatever. Do whatever you can to try to make something happen, I guess. Man, we really got to step it up. We really got to step it up in the second half. We got no business being we've got no business being tied with the Steelers right now. It's mainly because the defense is shit. Let the Steelers put up 20 points in the first half, man. Assuming they get the field goal. But either way, let them get 17 in the first half. That's not good either, because that put them on pace to be over 30 in the game. There's no reason on earth the Steelers should be putting up 30 points on us. Defense is playing like utter shit, dude. Utter shit. Matthew Wright kick is up. And it went in. Once again, very close to the edge, but it went in. Went in. This dude's barely getting them in, but he's getting them in either way. 20-17. Stick around to watch me go crazy. My 27-7 prediction. I was thinking that the defense would have a good game. Nope. Defense looks like shit. If you start one, you can be a mod. Well, if I can get some interest in it, man, I'll start asking around, seeing if people would be interested in being in a Discord server. I know I got a few people who might be interested, so I'll look into it. I'll look into it. But I'm gonna set mods, and I'm gonna need the mods to basically control everything, because I have no idea. I don't have any time to pay attention to it. I don't have anything I've got no time to do it. But I mean, you can be a mod. I'm sure Majestic YT will probably volunteer to do it. Yeah. But I personally have no time to do something like that. Probably won't be able to be active. Probably won't be in it. But hey, maybe we'll start a server. Why not? Why not? Oh, boy. Let's see. No business losing to the Steelers, man. I know we got a whole other half of football to play, but, the offense has got to get going a little bit better. The offense was fine until the interception, but Joe Burrow's been getting good protection today. It's been up and down play from the receivers, but, generally pretty decent play from the receivers. The offense has not been much of a problem. The interception sucked, but, outside of the interception, it was mostly a fine performance from the offense. But the defense has been atrocious. 17 points in the second quarter. They had a decent first quarter, I'll give it to them. But the second quarter, 17 points, unacceptable. Unacceptable performance by the defense there, especially going up against the Steelers, who have one of the worst offenses in the NFL. Hadn't had a touchdown pass of 10 yards or more all year, and then you let George Pickens get one just because you blow a coverage. Like, I don't know why everybody thinks that the Bengals defense is good this year. It's just not. It can be good. They're talented, but I don't understand. I really don't get it. I'm really struggling to see. I'm really struggling to see what everybody is seeing with this defense. It's just a fucking joke, man. Buddy of mine just made a really good point. Buddy of mine just made a really good point about the Bengals defense. They have been much better in the second half all year. So maybe they can come out, make some second half adjustments, and do a lot better. And if the offense can keep up at their pace, the Bengals should be able to come away with a win here. But just the way they're playing right now is just a problem, like a straight up problem. Needs to get solved. If the Bengals win, my friends are going to get me a whole binder of Bengals football cards and a Bengals hoodie. What, for like a bet? I could use a Bengals hoodie. If your friends are getting you a Bengals hoodie, tell them to get me a Bengals hoodie. I could really use a Bengals hoodie. I had a Bengals hoodie, and then I lost it in Boston, I think. I don't remember. I lost it on a vacation at some point. That was very sad. I think it was Boston. I think it was Boston. I can't remember. I think it was Boston. My buddy says 13 points against Pittsburgh, 7 against Refsburg. You shouldn't be giving up 13 points to the Steelers in the first half anyway. Like, you know, even allowing 28 by the end of the game is unacceptable. I don't necessarily agree about the refs. I think they've been, you know, I think there's been bad calls on both sides, but I don't think there's been anything egregious so far. Like, that was definitely a bad play by Trey Flowers. The penalty was totally his fault. And the call on Mike Hilton was incorrect, but he did definitely commit a penalty. So he should have been called for something. I disagree with the call that they did give. But it would have been a first down either way. This must be the kick return that Matthew was talking about at the end of the game. 3-3 ball game all the way till the end. You get a kick return to finish it off. That's impressive. That's impressive. And fuck the Jets. That's all I gotta say. Like, don't get me wrong. I do like the Jets. Like, I think the Jets are. I want to see the Jets do well and stuff like that. But at the same time, if we're competing for a playoff spot and we need the Jets to lose, then fuck the Jets. And the Patriots for that matter. But, you know, seems like right now we're competing with the Jets, which is fine with me because we already beat them. Jalen Hurts rushes in for the touchdown to barely beat the Colts. That's crazy. I should get a pick? A pick of, like what kind of pick? Like for Discord? Or for what? Like what kind of pick? You're going to have to explain that one to me. Kendall Fuller with the interception for the Washington Commanders to finish that game out. Of Chase doing the finger thing? You mean that? Yeah, I've got that one up. In here. Might turn that into a t-shirt at some point. Although people have already done that. Like, people already made t-shirts out of that a while ago. So I don't know. I'm not ready to start doing merch for this channel or anything like that. I only have 204 subscribers, but eventually we're gonna get somewhere. Eventually I'll come out with merch, and maybe that one. I like that one personally. I like that one personally. My old friend Boomer Esiason on the CBS halftime show. One of my favorite Bengals quarterbacks in Bengals history, right there. Actually, the year I became a Bengals fan. Well, I mean, technically, you could say I was born a Bengals fan, but the year I really started like caring was 1997, I think. You know, the year that they brought Boomer Esiason back. The year before that, Jeff Blake like had his big crazy year, and I think that's when I first started like getting like into football. Like in general, I was like 3 years old at the time. But the year after is when Boomer Esiason made like his triumphant return to Cincinnati, and it took us to 8-8. Maybe it was 7-9 or something like that. All I remember is like the Bengals like were like terrible that year, and then he showed up, and they ended up finishing with like a halfway decent record that gave you some hope about the future. And then he retired and went to Monday Night Football, and then they were just like trash for like 5 more years after that. But like you had some hope at the end of that year. I remember that maybe the 90s weren't going to end in utter disaster like they ended up. Like it's like, oh well, the first half of the 90s were terrible, but the second half are going to be okay. And then Boomer retired, and you're like, well, never mind. And then it was arguably worse in the second half of the 90s than the first half. You can get me a lot of subs? Well, come get me a lot of subs then. Let's do it. Put out content as much as I possibly can. It's been the last 2 weeks were weird because I had to go through some weird training at my job. Why does this banner keep going off, man? But yeah, the last 2 weeks were weird for me because I had to do some training at my job, and I wasn't able to like do everything that I wanted to do. But I put out reaction videos to Bengals games after the Bengals, like the day after the Bengals games. I do a power rankings video. I do podcast live streams twice a week during the season and once a week outside of the season. And then I stream pretty much every Bengals game, not every Bengals game, but most Bengals games. And then I try to stream what I can outside of it. If I can ever turn this channel into a job where I actually make some income, then I'll probably start streaming more. But right now I got so many other things going on. I can't possibly stream as many games as I want to stream. But look, man, we start getting some subs on this channel. I'm gonna be pumping that content out. We'll get some cool stuff going, and build a community and everything like that. That's good for me. That is good for me. Let's get those subs, baby. And anybody else who's watching right now, if you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. Like I said, I put content out all the time. Bengals reactions, streams, podcasts, power rankings. Power rankings are kind of my baby. That's really more of like I don't want to say like a vanity project. That's more of like the power rankings is something I've always been like such a huge power rankings nerd throughout my whole life. And I just love keeping up with the power rankings, and I've always wanted to do my own column. So this is like just kind of my way of getting to like throw in my 2 cents in the power rankings. I just have fun with that one. But like I said earlier, I might bring back the Bengals previews with like with the parody fan characters, like the interviews and everything like that. Might bring that back at some point. If I can find the time to do it. It's just right now I don't really I got so many things going on to be able to support myself being able to continue to do this channel. I just don't have time to add on a whole nother set of videos each week. Although then again, maybe I could work it into shorts or something like that. I don't know. That might be a good idea. You know what else would be a good idea? If the Bengals would like actually beat an inferior opponent. That would be nice. Like actually play the way they're supposed to against an inferior opponent. They did it against the Panthers. They did it against the Panthers. Why can't they do it against like division opponents, man? Like, God, if they can't beat the Steelers, they're going to be 0-4 in the division. That's so stupid. Like the idea that they're potentially going to start 0-4 in the division, especially the way they played the division last year. I know the Browns were stupid, but the way they destroyed the Steelers and the Ravens both weeks last year, like they should be so much better than they are this year. I don't understand. Every year I try to get tickets to the Bengals game, they're always sold out. Yeah, my dad has season tickets. That was another video series I was talking about doing. Because my dad has season tickets, and what he's been doing, he's been selling the tickets so that he can recoup the cost, and just sell as many as he can to like at least break even. But what I was trying to do at one point, because we were going to a bunch of games last year, what I was trying to do is I was trying to start like a vlog series where I like record my experience going to the Bengals game for like all the people who can't make it to Bengals games. I just wasn't able to keep up with that because like, we were really inconsistent with going to the games. And every time like I tried to take video, it always ended up getting corrupted and I wasn't able to like keep it on my phone or anything like that. So it just didn't work out. But at some point I might buy like a nice camcorder and start like, being a little bit more professional with that. Like I do want to like put out more content than just power rankings and reviews of Bengals games, but like I want to put out more content than that, but I just gotta, I gotta figure out a rhythm in doing it. We'll get to it at some point. It's just like right now, this is the best I can do. With having to basically work full time. I don't have a full time job, but I do have a part time job, and then I do a lot of freelance stuff outside of that. So really, I work like I work like a total of like 60 hours a week, really. If you're including this channel. Which I do because, I love it. It doesn't always feel like work, but it definitely takes up time, right? All right, so Kenny Pickett is in the pistol formation. Fakes the handoff and almost knocked down there by Trey Hendrickson, but does get it to Deontay Johnson. Cam Taylor-Britt is able to bring him down for about a 1-yard pickup maybe. So see if the defense can do better coming out of the half. That'd be really nice, man, because this has been a second half team this year. They've been doing a lot better in the second half of football games. So let's see if they can keep that up. That'd be really nice. Like I said, a Mike Hilton pick 6 would just be like gravy right now. Like, come on, let's get it. Let's get it, man. He's not even on the field right now, but you know what I mean. Or is he? Is that him? No, that's Von Bell. All right. Najee Harris is going to take the handoff. Bengals stand him up again. They're not doing anything. TJ Watt's in the game is like a fullback. That's interesting. TJ Watt's on offense right now. That's kind of cool. Not sure why, but, whatever. Doesn't appear to be working, so I'll take it. Maybe the Steelers should move TJ Watt to offense. That would be good for me. Looks like he's off the field now, though. All right. 3rd and 9. Kenny Pickett, shotgun formation. Takes the snap, rolls back. He throws, winds up, and way too short. Mike Hilton was on that play, and that was actually closer to Mike Hilton than it was to the receiver, but it wasn't really close to anybody. So Bengals defense is going to get off the field. Finally, the defense actually does what they should do. All right, punts away from Presley Harvin. Trent Taylor is going to return it from about the 26-yard line, gets it out to the 30, and that's where he's going to go down. Do I watch college football? Kind of. I do for work, right? So like one of the many jobs I do is I do analysis for Pro Football Focus. Well, data gathering is what I do. It's called player participation, but to explain that, I'd have to explain a lot of other stuff. But basically, I do analysis for data. I do data analysis for Pro Football Focus, and I mainly do college football games for Pro Football Focus. So I watch college football then. Outside of that, really big, I watched UC in the playoffs last year. I watched Joe Burrow win the national championship, and I think I watched the LSU Alabama game too. When Joe Burrow was in college. Every once in a while, I'll try to catch. I went to Ohio University, so I'll try to catch a Bobcats game. I watched them play the Battle of the Bricks with Miami University, their big rival. Like Miami Oxford, like Miami of Ohio. I watched that game. But I'm really kind of I'm a Kentucky fan, right? But I wouldn't say like I really follow college. Like I'll watch college football sometimes. It's still football, right? But I don't get into college football the way I get into the NFL. Who do I think who will win, Ohio State or Michigan? Well, God, I hope Michigan. like, I grew up in Ohio, so I grew. And if you grow up in Ohio and are not an Ohio State fan, then you learn to hate Ohio State because their fans will not shut up. And so I've got a bit of a soft spot for Michigan because of that. So I would love to say Michigan, but I don't know. It just seems like Michigan just has this habit of like playing down to their opponents, even though they're supposed to be really good. And then whenever they play Ohio State, it's like, I mean, they won last year, but outside of that, it seems like they have a really tough time with Ohio State, regardless of how good either team is. So, I mean, I would say like logically, you would think Michigan's the better football team, but realistically, it's hard to say until Michigan proves otherwise. You have to say Ohio State's the favorite every time those two teams play. Like I hate it. I hate saying that because like I hate Ohio State, but I mean I also try to be realistic, and realistically, until proven otherwise, Michigan is owned by Ohio State. All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun snap. He throws. There you go. T. Higgins, first down. Triple coverage threw into, and he still brought it down, man. Dangerous decision by Joe Burrow. Maybe not dangerous, but that he really had to thread a needle in that one. He did it. He did it. Fewest games of 10,000 career passing yards. Joe Burrow is tied for number 2 with Justin Herbert. And actually, interestingly enough, on that list, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, and Patrick Mahomes were all the top 3. The next closest one was Kurt Warner at number 4. Just this era of football, man. Oh! T. Higgins almost caught that ball. He was juggling it with one hand and just wasn't able to bring it in. Almost got it, though. Almost got it. Great effort there by T. Higgins. Just cannot finish it off. Looks like the Steelers cornerback there did a good job of knocking it away. Who is that? Number 29? I don't know who that is. Levi Wallace. Levi Wallace, the Steelers cornerback, doing a good job of knocking that ball away from T. Higgins. All right. Joe Burrow, shotgun formation. He's empty. He's got Samaje Perine all the way out to the right. And terrible protection there. Joe Burrow gets sacked. About a 6-yard loss there. Man, he didn't stand a chance on that one. What happened on that play? Let's see. Alex Highsmith. Oh, it's Cordell Volson just missed him. It looked like Lyle Collins did badly against Lyle Collins just whiffed on TJ Watt there, but Alex Highsmith pooped all over Cordell Volson on that play. Jonah Williams, haven't heard much from him tonight. That's good. It seems like Jonah Williams has been playing better, but Cordell Volson's been having a rough game. All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun snap. He's going to throw to nobody. I don't know what that was. Not great protection on that play either. He had people starting to kind of come at him. 4th and 16, the Bengals are going to have to punt. Cordell Volson once again getting destroyed on that play. All right, Drew Chrisman coming out, I think for the second time today. Had a good punt. At least that worked really well in his favor earlier. He's going to boot the ball away, and that one's a high one. Ooh, that's a good kick down to the 5-yard line. Nice. The Bengals are all over it in coverage, down to Bengals get it down to like the 9-yard line, man. Drew Chrisman. Kevin Huber, I think your days are numbered, buddy. Kevin Huber, I think, is going to be released on Monday at this rate. Drew Chrisman is the future. Let's go. Let's go, Drew Chrisman. Pinning the Steelers in their own 10. Gotta love it. Telling you what, man, this new generation of kicking specialists for the Bengals, Evan McPherson and Drew Chrisman, from what I've seen from Chrisman so far, he's looking pretty damn good. And then Evan McPherson obviously hasn't had the best season, but there's also been a lot of issues with holding and long snapping and stuff like that. So it's like you can't really as good as Evan McPherson was last year. You kind of have to give him a little bit of the benefit of the doubt that all the chaos this year might be part of why he hasn't been as reliable this year. So in general, I got to say, I'm really liking this new generation of kicking specialists. I don't know so much about Cal Adamitis, but, maybe it was Kevin Huber's fault. I don't know. Sergeant Crust Nugget. God, your name's great, man. I love your name. I was looking at football cards, and I found a pack worth $35. Nice. Nice. How much you pay for that? Like $6? That's not bad. Now, you can make a living off of that. You can find 35 packs worth $35 every single time. That'd be interesting. That's gotta be a fun hobby, going out and just buying football cards and seeing if you can luck into getting good ones. In worst case scenario, you don't, and then you just build up a collection of cool football cards. I might start doing that. I don't really have any spare money at all right now because there's some financial crap that I'm trying to catch up with, but maybe once I get on solid footing, I might start trying that again. I don't know, but that's I can see that being a really fun hobby. That's so cool, man. What cards were in there that were all worth $35? Throw that up on the screen. I want to find out what those cards are. What cards you got. Showing highlights of this high school football game. That's pretty cool. I like high school football. It's definitely different because obviously the talent level isn't nearly the same, but something. One of them was a Joe Burrow. That's cool, dude. That's awesome. All right, Kenny Pickett is under center. Going to hand the ball off to Najee Harris. Bengals are once again all over it. They've been doing a good job against the run most of this game. There were a couple of drives there where they were really getting gashed, but for the most part, they've been doing well against the run. It's the pass. For whatever reason, they've just been atrocious against the pass. Love seeing Joseph Osai getting in there more. After the way he got started in his career, I'd like to see him, take off a little bit. Joseph Osai in there in instead of Sam Hubbard, I think. Actually, might be Trey Hendrickson. All right. It is Trey Henderson. Kenny Pickett takes the snap. He throws a screen pass out to Pat Freiermuth. Cam Taylor-Britt brings him down, lunges at him, and hits him hard, making up for that really terrible tackle attempt on Pat Freiermuth earlier today. So it is going to be 3rd and 4, but that was a nice hit by Cam Taylor-Britt, man. Yeah, Joe Burrow. That's cool. It was a Joe Burrow one, man. A Joe Burrow rookie card. Dude, hold on to that. Don't sell it. Don't sell it. Hold on to that, and in 10 years, that one's going to be worth a lot of money. Get it signed. All right, Kenny Pickett, shotgun snap. Looking around. Bengals got some decent pressure, but couldn't. Oh, almost. Oh, God. Is Eli Apple hurt? Okay, now it looks like he's going to be okay. Pat Freiermuth might be hurt, actually. Eli Apple kind of almost sort of have an opportunity to maybe try to pick that. Didn't come anywhere close to it. Looks like he kind of hurt his hand going down. Might have bent his finger or something. But Pat Freiermuth, definitely not looking so good after that. Pat Freiermuth is Eli Apple's getting taken off the field. Pat Freiermuth is being looked at on the field. So that was just a destructive play overall. But it is going to be 4th and 4. So the Bengals defense is going to get off the field again. And hopefully the offense can do something. Defense has been playing well since the end of the half. And it'd be really nice if the offense could do something about it, man. Go get some points. At least tie the game up with a field goal, man. I'm tired of looking at the score being us down. So Trent Taylor. Whoa, what the hell? Okay, so Trent Taylor calls for a fair catch. The Steelers go up to him, and yeah, now there's a flag, of course. Yeah. So Trent Taylor called for a fair catch and then just stood there, and then the Steelers came up on him and then kind of stood there for a minute, and then they just straight up tackled him for no reason out of nowhere. I don't really understand what that was about. Trent Taylor waits for the fair catch. Not entirely sure if he's even allowed to do that, but either way, I'm not really sure what's going on here. So what's the penalty? I'm confused. They're saying there was no penalty? That was definitely a penalty. He definitely clearly gave himself up, and the Steelers tackled him after the play was clearly over. I don't know what that was about at all. That's stupid. That's stupid, man. That should be a personal foul, 15-yard penalty at the very least. My wife's calling me a nut job because as I said, the Browns were going to win. She doesn't even know anything about football. She just follows me on Twitter because she's trying to get into social media herself because of various business ventures that we're all kind of involved in. But she got herself a Twitter, and she saw me, I posted earlier that, I predicted on the podcast that the Browns were going to beat the Bills. And then when it became obvious that wasn't going to happen, I retweeted myself and was like, it looks like I'm a nut job after all. And she's like, oh, I knew you were always a nut job. And I'm like, you don't even know anything about football. It's actually kind of nice, honestly. Like a lot of people ask me, how don't you find it kind of weird, being in a relationship with someone who doesn't share one of your, most favorite pastimes, especially during football season when you might not be spent there's whole hours and hours and hours at a time that you might not be spending with each other because she doesn't share the interest with you. And actually, to be completely honest, no, I like having, some separate interests. We have plenty of stuff that we do together, but it's nice to have stuff that we can also do separately, on Sundays, I watch some football and she's not into it, but Monday through Friday, we hang out, go to the gym, go get coffee and whatever, No, I kind of, if she was into football, I would like that too. But no, I actually kind of like the fact that, there's some separation there, I think it's healthy. I think it's healthy personally. Oh, boy. Back to the game here. Back to the game here. Joe Burrow is in shotgun formation. Hands the ball off to Samaje Perine, who manages to avoid what looked like a lot of opportunity to be tackled there. Gets 5 yards out of it when he probably could have got tackled for 1 yard. I'll take that. Good run there, Samaje. Let's go. Really need a touchdown on this drive, man. I'll take a field goal, but man, a touchdown would just really, 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 really help out a lot. I'll take tying it, but I'd really like to take the lead. Joe Burrow, shotgun formation. Nobody back there with him. He throws. It looked like it got tipped again. This time, nobody's around to intercept it, but a lot of passes being tipped for Joe Burrow. It happens a lot. And he's not a super short guy. I don't understand, but Joe Burrow just gets passes tipped a lot. I think Joe Burrow needs to start learning the art of the pump fake because dudes are just it seems like more than a lot of other people. Joe Burrow's it seems like other teams are so easily able to time when he's throwing the ball and bat it down. That is really, really weirdly common thing there. All right. Joe Burrow drops back. TJ Watt gets tackled by Lyle Collins. I don't think it was holding, though. I think he just fell on top of him, which I'll take. Just if you got to just fall on top of him, do it, man. Lyle Collins been having a pretty good game so far. Not perfect, but TJ Watt hasn't been wrecking the game. He's had some good plays, but hasn't been wrecking the game. And just Lyle Collins just goes to sleep on top of TJ Watt. I'll take that. I will take that. I will definitely take that. Joe Burrow is going to hand the ball off to Samaje Perine, who's going to pick up about 8 yards on the play. Let's go, baby. Sergeant Crust Nugget says the link is to my Bengals server. Did you send the link? Because if you did, I don't see it on StreamYard. But like a lot of stuff like that doesn't tend to get through the StreamYard server. So I'll check on YouTube later. All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun formation. Motions Travion Williams, who's in the backfield with him, out to the left. He's got trips receivers to his right, all bunched up. Good protection. Joe Burrow throws. He's got T. Higgins wide open. Let's go down to the 5-yard line. Big pass. Oh, boy. There we go. Let's go down to the 5-yard line. T. Higgins wide open. All over Levi Wallace there, man. Let's go. Some excitement. Let's get it. Oh, you love to see it. Okay. All right, Joe Burrow. Shotgun formation once again. He's motioning Trent Taylor out to the left. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff of Joe Mixon, which works out because there was a dude right on top of Joe Mixon, and that would have not worked out very well. But Joe Burrow keeps it himself, runs it all the way down to about the 1-yard line. So the Bengals are going to have 1 yard to go to get in the end zone. Looks like that was Alex Highsmith, who it was Samaje Perine, by the way. But Alex Highsmith was immediately on top of Samaje Perine, and Joe Burrow just elected to keep the ball and run it himself, which turned out to be a great decision. Oh, Joe Mixon apparently has a head injury. He got a concussion or something, but he's questionable return. That's not great. Samaje Perine's doing well, but you want to have Joe Mixon, man. All right, Joe Burrow throws, and it's caught! Touchdown! Touchdown! Let's go! Trent Irwin! I think. Yep, there we go. There we go. Touchdown, Trent Irwin. Let's go, baby! Hooray! Let's go! Joe Burrow throws to the back of the end zone. Got good protection. Trent Irwin does one of those like C routes into the back of the end zone. Joe Burrow throws it exactly where it needs to be. And he's got dudes all over him in coverage, but he still brings it down. You love to see it. Let's go! Woo! All right, Evan McPherson's going to come out for the extra point. Extra point's up. It's good. 24-20. Let's go. So I was a little over-optimistic about the Bengals. A little over-optimistic about the Bengals defense. Clearly this whole 27-7 thing isn't going to happen, but Bengals might get 27. I might have been right about the offense. Just maybe not so right about the defense. But then again, I was thinking, I don't know. Even with a Mike Hilton pick six, that'd still be a bad game for them. Let's go, Sergeant Crust Nugget, my boy. All right, I'm gonna hop on YouTube and see if you send a link in the chat. Let's see. I don't see a link from you. I don't see a link from you in YouTube at all.
I don't see a link from you.
Yeah. I don't have one in StreamYard. I don't have one in YouTube either. Yeah, it's got those got the emoji up. It doesn't come through on StreamYard, so I'm just saying you got this. But I don't know how that's showing up on YouTube. But in StreamYard, it's not showing up. I've been thinking about switching to OBS though. Just because from what I understand, there's more stuff you can do on OBS. But I don't know. See, the thing is, like, I get StreamYard for free. because of ATB Network, which, by the way, if y'all don't know about ATB Network, go ahead and bring my stuff back up here. But if y'all don't know about atbnetwork.com, you should go check them out. They have a lot of different, it's they got a podcast network. They got a bunch of different articles they put out and stuff like that. I'm part of them. I used to do articles for them. I'm never going to do articles for them ever again. I have access to do it. I've been focusing more on like podcasts and YouTube and stuff like that than doing articles. But they do have a podcast network, so you should go check their other podcasts out and stuff like that. And I just want to give them a shout out because they give me StreamYard for free, and they support me in doing what I want to do. So go check them out. And also go check out my other social media channels. Kyle Phelps 92 on Twitter, Facebook.com/The Phelps. The Battle of Ohio podcast, which I do stream on here now, but is also available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and has its own YouTube channel. So go check that all out. And then beyond that, Sergeant Crust Nugget wants me to start a Discord channel. And if there's enough interest, I might do it. If people mod it for me, because I don't really feel like doing that. But there might be more stuff to come, man. Honestly, like I might start putting some more stuff out there. But for right now, that's where y'all can find me. All right, Evan McPherson's going to kick the ball back to Pittsburgh, and the defense has been doing well. So let's see if the defense can continue doing well. Man, some of these kickoffs have not been doing so well. But Bengals tackling about the 23-yard line, so that works out. But the Bengals haven't had Evan McPherson's hasn't been kicking it, hasn't been getting touchbacks, which interesting. All right. Kenny Pickett's going to hand the ball off to Najee Harris. Bengals are all over that one. Jermaine Pratt and Eli Apple combined. That's not Najee Harris, by the way. I thought that was Najee Harris who took it, but it is not. That was Steven Sims, the wide receiver. I haven't even ever heard of Steven Sims. I don't know who that is. I'm not going to lie. But I guess I don't need to because Jermaine Pratt and Eli Apple were all over him. So it's going to be 2nd and 13. I guess they gave him a little bit of forward progress on that one. Sergeant Crust Nugget said he just subbed the podcast. Let's go, man. Love to see that. Thomas will be happy about that. That's my co-host. He's a Browns fan, so that's what the podcast is. All right, Kenny Pickett's just going to throw that one away. Bengals got good pressure, but not really enough to actually bring him down, just enough to basically make him panic. So 3rd and 13. 3rd and 13, Bengals defense is doing much better in the second half. Gotta say. The way the Bengals defense is playing now, I'm feeling a lot more confident. But I don't know why they couldn't play like this in the first half. Steelers have 4 total yards in this half right now. That's crazy. Bengals have 69. Nice. All right, Kenny Pickett's in shotgun formation on 3rd and 13. Bengals just holding the 4th down here, please. All right, he steps back. He throws. It's caught, but Bengals are all over that. Von Bell and Logan Wilson combine to take down Mr. Gentry, number 81. Zach Gentry, tight end. So Bengals get off the field on 4th down. Steelers going to have to punt the ball back, and this would be a perfect opportunity for the Bengals to go increase their lead and start really kind of putting the chokehold on the Steelers, This would be a great opportunity. Sergeant Crust Nugget says he's the 45th subscriber. That's kind of nuts, really. Oh, Trent Taylor gets smacked on the punt return there. That's rough. But at least he held on to the ball. But yeah, 45 subs. The crazy thing is we've been doing the podcast for like 2 years, and we only have 45 subs. Like my YouTube channel, I've only been doing since the Jets game last year, and I already have over 200 subs. Now I feel that's still kind of low for having done this channel as long as I've been doing it. But I'm doing it in a format. Like, I'm not a marketing master. I'm just a guy who likes putting out content and hoping that people eventually see it. So I was planning on taking the slow way into it anyway. But the fact that the podcast only has like 45 subs, we got to be doing something wrong there for it to be like going on 3 years since we started and we only have 45 subs. Joe Burrow, shotgun snap. It's once again bad at the line. And is that intercepted again? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I don't understand. How on earth? Joe Burrow really has to learn to pump fake, dude. Like, I don't understand how Joe Burrow is constantly, TJ Watt just jumps in the air, knows exactly when Joe Burrow's going to throw, because Joe Burrow's got to have something on tape where like it's obvious like what motion he's going to make when he's going to go throw. Because I don't know if anybody else, I've ever seen anybody else in the NFL get things bad at the line and intercepted at the line more than Joe Burrow. Like, God, if there is one major weakness that Joe Burrow has in his game right now, it's the fact that he's constantly getting destroyed at the line. Well, Steelers got the ball at the 21-yard line now. Come on, defense. Kenny Pickett throws. Ooh, almost intercepted by Eli Apple. Or no, by Jesse Bates, but tips it. Either way, it's 2nd and 10. And now they're showing that TJ Watt had an almost identical pick in week 1 against the Bengals, too. That sucks, man. Man, Joe Burrow's been so good with not throwing interceptions this year, but he's got 6 against the Steelers. All right, handoff to Najee Harris. Picks up about 6 yards on the play. Defense got to get it together, man. Got to get it together. Don't collapse now. You were doing so well. Don't screw it up now. God, my poor phone, man. Oh, my poor phone. All right, Kenny Pickett motioning Najee Harris to his left. Motioning Deontay Johnson inside a little bit. Takes the snap. He throws to the ground. Deontay Johnson. Nothing there. All right, so that's 4th down. Bengals defense holds the 4th down. The Steelers are going to go for a field goal. Bengals will maintain their lead regardless of whether they make this field goal or not. But, God, 2 interceptions, man. I don't understand. Like, why is Joe Burrow throwing so many interceptions against the Steelers? Like he's been so good with interceptions all year. I don't even know how many he has on the year, but 6 of them have come against the Steelers. All right, Matthew Wright's coming out. Kick is up, and once again, it's good, but man, he's gonna miss one eventually at some point. Like the way he's kicking, he's gonna miss one at some point. All right, Joe Burrow has 1, 2. Joe Burrow has 8 interceptions on the year, and 6 of them have come against the Steelers. Joe Burrow has 8 interceptions this year. 6 alone have come against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And 4 of those 6 have come because of TJ Watt either intercepting himself or tipping it at the line. Like, I don't know what it is about Joe Burrow this year, but I mean, he's got to have some sort of like tendency when it comes to his throwing motion that it's just because he gets a lot of passes batted. I don't know what his like passes batted like compared to the rest of the NFL is, but it's got to be a lot. All right, Travion Williams is going to return it from the 1-yard line. He's got it to the 20, finds a hole. He's got it on the side. That gets down about the 42-yard line. Great return. Great return. So I was talking smack about him before, but he gets a good return on that one. If he could be a little bit more consistent, that'd be great. But he's having some good returns. Travion Williams is a pretty good kick returner from what I can tell. All right. Offense back on the field. We still got a lead, man. Still got a lead. You know, it's only a 1-point lead at this point, but let's do something. Okay. Let's go get a touchdown. Let's go like put it out of your head. Just go back out there and do something again. All right. What was that? Joe Burrow threw the ball into the dirt. He had a free rusher. What was that? Somebody call a timeout? I'm confused. I think the Bengals might have called a timeout. Which works out because there was a free rusher on Joe Burrow. Nobody called a timeout. I'm confused. What was that? Whatever. Shotgun snap. Joe Burrow throws. Caught. T. Higgins. There you go. First down, baby. Kind of a rough-looking throw. There was a lot of pressure on Joe Burrow on that play, and T. Higgins kind of bobbled the ball, but he did bring it down. He got it down to about the 44, 43-yard line, roughly. It's about the 43.5-yard line, looks like, where they're spotting it. So, all right. Look, that's good. That's good. Let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it moving. Get that interception out of your head. Joe Burrow hands the ball off. Samaje Perine gets to about the line of scrimmage, and then nothing after that. Nothing there. Cam Hayward's all over that one. Joe Burrow's 0-8 in his career when he's turned the ball over twice, but he's 17-9-1 in his career when he doesn't turn the ball, or when he turns the ball over less than 2 times. I mean, I'm not surprised to see that, but the fact that he's winless with 2 turnovers or more is insane. Let's change that today. Let's get to 1-9, or well, no, it'd be 1-8. Let's get to 1-8 today. Let's get to 1-8 today. That's all we can do. Just put it out of our heads. All right, a lot of pressure on Joe Burrow. He gets out of the pressure, throws it. Nice. Great play there. Trenton Irwin catches it for about an 8 or 9 yard pickup. So it's going to be 3rd and 2, I think. I thought he got it a little bit farther than that, but maybe not. They're calling it 3rd and 2. But I'll take that. It looked like Joe Burrow was going to get sacked, and then he just got out of the pressure, stepped up in the pocket, found a wide open Trenton Irwin, who that should have been -5 yards. Joe Burrow gets 8 out of it. So that's like a 13-yard swing right there. All right, and I believe they're in field goal range now too. Yeah, just barely, but they're there. All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun snap, hands the ball off to Samaje Perine. He's got the first down. Let's go! First down. Who needs Joe Mixon when you got Samaje Perine? That sucks to say because we're paying Joe Mixon a lot of money. But you know what? If Samaje Perine gets the yards, whatever, man. We're paying for the running backs to get yards, and we're paying for Joe Mixon to do it. But if Samaje Perine does it, then we're not wasting our money. We're getting what we paid for, just not out of the guy we were paying. All right, 32.5-yard line looks like is where the ball's at. Joe Burrow takes a shotgun snap, and he's going to get out of a sack, and he's going to throw it away. All right. Looked like he was going to get sacked and then managed to get out of the sack and didn't get anything out of it, but at least he didn't take a sack, which is critical right now. Steelers bringing a lot of pressure. Out of nowhere, the Bengals offensive line has just been playing like shit. I don't know what's up with that, but I mean, Joe Burrow's doing a good job of managing that pocket, though. Let's keep Joe Burrow playing like that. That's just fine with me. Be nice if we could convert here and go get a touchdown. But Look, I'll take not going backwards, honestly. Like with the way some of that's happening. What's that? They're going to call a false start? Come on. There's a timeout. Bengals called a timeout. Why did we call a timeout? What the hell? Why are we calling a timeout? Joe Mixon is out with a concussion, so won't be seeing him again today. But hope he's okay. But Samaje Perine's been playing well though, so. Bengals, okay, so apparently that thing with Trent Taylor earlier, Trent Taylor actually got penalized with an invalid fair catch. I didn't even know that was a penalty. But I guess because the ball bounced, they're calling that an invalid fair catch. All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun snap. Looks around. It's tipped again. He had Samaje Perine, but once again, it's tipped. Like, Joe Burrow has got to be the most tipped quarterback in the NFL right now. Like, again, I don't know if they are timing this shit perfectly. Joe Burrow's got to like work the pump fake into his game. Like, honestly, I think that's the next step for Joe Burrow as a quarterback. Like, he's a great quarterback, does great, amazing, awesome things. But I think the next step he needs to take, develop a pump fake game, man. Start working that into your game because you're getting tipped a lot. Like a lot. All right. And now he's sacked. I don't know what happened to the offensive line on that drive, but like they just fell apart. I imagine Evan McPherson's going to come out here to attempt a bit of a longer field goal. Cordell Volson just getting absolutely worked to hell and back today, man. I mean, I get it's Cam Hayward. I get it. But you're in the NFL now. You're going to have like great players that you're going up against every week. Like just really frankly, honestly. Evan McPherson's coming out for the 54-yard field goal attempt. He's got the leg for it. Let's see. Kick is up and it down Broadway. He's got it. Evan McPherson. He's got it. Looks like I didn't update the banner earlier, so I'll update it all at once now. Bengals 27, Steelers 23. So far, I wasn't insane to say the Bengals are going to get to 27 points. I just think I thought the defense would be doing a little bit better job than they've been doing. Defense has been looking like defense looked like shit in the first quarter, but they've been looking a lot better in the second half. So let's see if they can keep that up. I'm not feeling too rough right now because defense has been playing well in the second half. So let's see what they can do here. God, Baltimore should not be 7-3. There's no way on earth Baltimore should be 7-3. That's just ridiculous. That's just insane. Like they struggled with the Panthers today. Like no reason on earth y'all should be struggling with the Panthers. And yet they're 7-3. This got to be the most fraudulent 7-3 of all time. Like up there with the Steelers fraudulent 11-0, like it's. But at this point, they keep winning those games. So I mean, with them pretty much probably having a tiebreaker over the Bengals, you can't really see any reason to think that. They pretty much got a 2-game lead on the Bengals at this point. So with the fact that they just keep miraculously winning games and the Bengals are so up and down, it seems really unlikely that the Bengals would actually be able to make a comeback in the division, especially being 0-3 right now. I mean, winning this game will help. Yeah, if they can get to 6-4, then I mean they're only 1 game behind the Ravens, like as far as technicalities go, but. They won't win a tiebreaker. That's the problem. All right. Kenny Pickett's under center. He's got Najee Harris in the backfield. Going to hand the ball off. And Bengals defense does a decent job of holding him up, but not really a good enough job. Jesse Bates brings him down, but still lets him get like 4 yards out of it. How did they struggle with the Panthers? Well, I'll tell you how they struggled with the Panthers. I don't know. But, I'll actually tell you how they struggled with the Panthers. The Panthers aren't a terrible football team. That's how they struggle with the Panthers. The Panthers, ever since getting rid of Matt Rule, I think have proved that, I know they got destroyed by the Bengals, but outside of that, I think the Panthers have been a lot better lately. Like, Matt Rule getting fired, I think energized them a little bit. So the thing with the Panthers is they're, I think, a little underrated, like in terms of how good they are, and the Ravens are massively overrated, right? Like, there's no way in hell should they be 7-3 right now. I was just talking about it. That's what happened. Like, the Panthers played the Panthers played about as well as I expected them to play, and the Ravens once again played were really sloppy. And I think the Ravens are if the Ravens can avoid major, horrible, terrible mistakes, they'll probably just out-talent the Panthers by the end of the day. And that's pretty much what happened. They just they held in longer than the Panthers could have held in for. But I think it proved that the Ravens have a lot of flaws. If the Ravens make it to the playoffs, I think they're going to get smacked like they always do. Honestly, look at the Ravens in the playoffs lately. They haven't been doing much of anything when they get to the playoffs. If the Bengals win, I'll change my profile pic to the Bengals logo. Do it. Do it. That'd be cool, man. That'd be cool. The Bengals should win this game, honestly, especially with they're going tit for tat with the Steelers right now, and they have the lead. So if the game keeps going the way it's currently going, there's no reason they should lose, right? If they can just all they got to do right now is just stay on the same pace as the Steelers. That's all they got to do. And the defense is playing well right now. So, frankly, if they can stop, if the defense can stop them on this drive, then the offense can try to go down the field and extend it to a 10-point or 11-point lead or something like that. So really, there's no reason why they shouldn't win this game, right? They're all they have to do is keep up. If they can keep up, then they win. Just honestly. They've got a 4-point lead right now. So, even if they falter a little bit and the Steelers get a field goal that goes unanswered by the Bengals will still win, right? So, but then again, that just requires, well-coordinated execution, which the Bengals don't always have, which is why I'm still a little nervous about, the scoreline right now. This ball game should not be as close as it is. Obviously, y'all saw my score prediction, but it's really just because the defense in the second half has been playing about as well as I expected them to. It was the first half that was atrocious. And there you go. There's a good example of it. Najee Harris takes the handoff. The Bengals defense all over him, maybe lets him get a yard. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I expect out of the Bengals defense. But the way that they played in the first half was just egregiously terrible. They were awful in the first half. And that's why. If they had played more like this in the first half, this 27-7 that I said, totally realistic. I part of the reason I said that was going to happen because I said Mike Hilton was going to get a pick six. So if we take that pick six out, then my prediction was more 21-14 or something like that, right? Which they were on pace for. Kenny Pickett, shotgun snap, he throws. Oh, God, is that caught? Oh, my God, that's caught. How did he catch that? Man, that was good coverage, too, by Eli Apple there. But George Pickens just mossed him. Eli Apple covered that pretty well, but George Pickens just went up there. He's nope, I got this, bro. Golly, dude. Can we not, please? All right. Najee Harris is going to toss it back to Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett's going to throw. It's just a broken play because that didn't work out very well. Mike Hilton talking trash to Kenny Pickett back there. Y'all trying to get cute. It ain't happening. Definitely didn't happen on that play. Bengals actually almost sacked Kenny Pickett because the exchange didn't go so well. So he handed it off to Najee Harris, who pitched it back to Kenny Pickett. It was a flea flicker. That was kind of cool. It's even cooler that it didn't work. I love that it doesn't work. Let's go. All right, Kenny Pickett's going to hand the ball off. Nice! Nice. Jermaine Pratt swallows Najee Harris up in the backfield. It's like a 3-yard loss. Let's go. Sergeant Crust Nugget says, how? And so I don't know, man. That was a hell of a catch. Like George Pickens. I can't even hate. Like, I'm not going to lie. That was a great catch by George Pickens. Like, I don't look forward to playing against that guy over the next, 10 years. That guy, George Pickens is a good wide receiver. I hate that fact that the Steelers have him. He's a good player, man. All right, 3rd and 12 for the Steelers. Najee Harris is in motion and out wide left. Kenny Pickett takes the empty shotgun snap. Trey Hendrickson, yeah, there we go! Sam Hubbard. Trey Hendrickson's all over him, and Sam Hubbard finishes the job for the sack. It's going to be 4th down, 4th and 19 or something like that. Steelers are going to have to punt the ball back to the Bengals. At 4th and 22, wow. Steelers going to have to punt the ball back to the Bengals, and the offense is going to get an opportunity to go take that 11-point lead I was talking about earlier before Joe Burrow threw a pick to TJ Watt. Physics be like buffering. That's what it looks like. I recognize that's emojis you put there, but on my side, it just looks like buffering. All right. Trent Taylor with the legal fair catch that time at the 10-yard line. So Bengals got an entire football field to go, but still, let's go take an 11-point lead, man. Stop playing this game of letting the Steelers stay in it. Just go out there. You have an opportunity to go take a multi-score lead. Just go do it. Defense is playing really well right now. Let's get the offense back on track. What's the offense at right now? 27 points. If we can get to, I think if the Bengals get to 30, they win this game. The Bengals can get to 30 points and they'll win this game. Now, is that 30 points, is it going to be exactly 30 with a field goal? I don't know. But even a field goal, I think, will really, really go a long way. Obviously, the Steelers will still be within a touchdown. But I think if the Bengals get to 30 points, they win. If the Bengals can get a field goal here, then, I don't know, let's say the Steelers do go get a touchdown or something like that. Then the Bengals, maybe can take, the last drive of the game. Because what do we have left? We got 12:31 left. So if the Bengals can, go on a long drive here, even if they just get a field goal, drain some of that clock off, and then take a 7-point lead. And then let's say the Steelers make them go on a long drive, and maybe they even get a touchdown out of it, right? So then it's a 30-30 ball game at that point. And then Bengals go on a long end of the game drive and walk off with a field goal. That's the way to do it. Do I have the stream open to what? You want to come on the stream? I can send you an invite. I don't know how I would do that. But I could send, if you want to come on, I can send you an invite. But you'd have to if you go follow me on Twitter, I can probably send you a message and give you a link to come on the stream if that's what you're asking. But it's not open, you can't just go into YouTube and click on yourself. You have to click on a link. Oh, you mean on YouTube? No, I don't. I can bring it up real quick if you want me to. I brought it up earlier because you said you sent a link to your Discord, and I wanted to see if I could see it, but I didn't see it in YouTube either. Okay. Okay, I see your buffering emojis now. All right, back to the game. Joe Burrow is in under center, and God, I think the Bengals false started. Gonna knock him back half the distance, I think. So it's gonna be about a 5-yard. No, you're not. I didn't have the stream. There's one person watching in addition to you. I think it's Matthew Thompson because he was talking earlier, and sometimes he'll talk and not be on. But there's currently actually 3 people watching because I have the stream up now myself. But there's one person in addition to you watching. All right, Joe Burrow. Under center, hands ball off Samaje Perine. Picks up about 2 yards. Not great. That's not great. Not what you want to see. Got to do better than that, boys. But at the same time, like, you just get away from the end zone. Maybe you can try a pass. It is second down. I would imagine they're going to try for a pass here. God, that's so disgusting watching Larry Ogunjobi in a Steelers uniform. I hate that, man. I hate that so much. That just makes me so sad. You could have been great. Joe Burrow throws to nobody. Trying for Trenton Irwin and nobody anywhere. He wasn't anywhere near him. I don't even think Trenton Irwin knew that ball was coming to him. All right. 3rd and 12. Third and 12. Let's go. You're the only one commenting, Sergeant Crustnugget. I don't know who. Now there's 4 people. So there's a few people watching. I don't know who all is watching. Whoever you are, go ahead and put a comment in the chat. Don't make Sergeant Crustnugget feel so lonely. All right, Joe Burrow, empty formation. He throws. It's caught. Oh, no, it's dropped by Tyler Boyd. All right, Bengals going to have to punt. My Twitter, it's on here. And let me move the banner real quick. At Kyle Phelps 92 right here. There you go. Follow me on Twitter, and I'll send you a message to get on the stream here if you want. Tyler Boyd had the opportunity to catch that. I don't think he would have gotten the first down anyway, but would have given him more room to punt. All right, Drew Chrisman kicks the ball away. It's a booming punt, man. Ooh, not really. Only gets it down to about the 48-yard line. It's not the best punt I've ever seen. Not great. The Bengals 48, by the way. That's excellent field position. So I mean, that's like that's a rough punt right there, man. Drew Chrisman, you got to do better than that. Ah, boy. Bengals defense going to have to come up big again. Bengals defense needs to come up big again. They've had a really good second half. You just need to keep doing it. I'm telling you, y'all, Mike Hilton's going to get a pick 6, though. Telling you, that was my prediction at the beginning of the game. Now, obviously, my scoreline prediction was pretty far off, but I was pretty close with the Bengals prediction. I just thought the defense would be doing better, but Mike Hilton, I predicted a pick 6. Now be a great time for a pick 6 right now. Let's go. Let's go with the pick 6, Mike Hilton. Come on. Come on, somebody, please, for the love of God. Somebody, for the love of God, please do the thing. Do the thing now before I shit my fucking brains out. Oh, God. Come on, man. We got 11:35 left in this game. It's not feeling great. Really not feeling great, but just wish the offense would be a little bit more consistent. That's all I'm saying. Like, I mean, I know we don't have Jamar Chase, but still, like, they can do better than this. Come on. Let's see. The Vikings. Oh, God. The Cowboys are up 40-3 on the Vikings. We knew it was coming at some point. Dude, are the Raiders and Broncos about to go to overtime? They got 7 seconds left in that game. Raiders and Broncos about to go to overtime. That's funny. All right. Kenny Pickett's going to hand the ball off to Najee Harris, who's got a big hole. God. This would be the worst possible time for the defense to fall apart, man. Come on, guys. You're better than this. Come on. $40-3, man. The Vikings, are they frauds? Maybe, honestly. All right. Kenny Pickett in the pistol formation. Hands the ball off. Najee Harris. I think there's going to be holding on that play. There's flags all over the field, and I think it's going to be holding. Honestly, like Najee Harris should have been taken down earlier. Yep, holding on the Steelers. Put him back. Push him back. Let's go. John Jansen says, "Hi, Kyle." Hi, John Jansen. How are you doing, buddy? Kitty goes meow. So it's we got a Tom Grossi fan here. Let's go. John Jansen. Kitty goes meow, baby. They're trying right now, man. They're struggling a little bit more than they should be. They're winning. They are winning, but they're struggling more than they should be. Put that score back up. Kitty goes meow. Meow. All right. Kenny Pickett takes the shotgun snap and then fakes the handoff to Najee Harris, who isn't even anywhere near. So he fakes the handoff essentially to nobody. And then throws it out to George Pickens, who does catch it for about a 10-yard pickup. And there's also there's a flag on the play. What's the flag? What is the flag? Ineligible man downfield on the Steelers. Let's go. Push him back. Ineligible man downfield. J.C. Hassenauer. Not sure what that was about. That was a weird play. All right. Not a lonely commenter. Hey, man, you said you get more subs in here, right? It's going to be 1st and 25 for the Steelers. But listen, man, you said you get more subs in here, right? You get more subs, there going to be more people in the chat. Kenny Pickett rolls back, throws to nobody. He was looking for Najee Harris, but couldn't get anywhere close to him. It's going to be 2nd and 25. John Jansen says, Tom Grossi, let's go. Been subbed to him since the Bears double doink. I don't remember exactly when I subbed to him. I remember I subbed to him on the recommendation of I watched Strong Opinion, or I listened to some Strong Opinion Sports with Zach Schaumler, and I think he had Tom Grossi on one time, and I just decided to, hey, I like Zach Schaumler. He says this guy's good. I'll go give him a shot. And yeah, let's see. Kenny Pickett shotgun snap. Trey Hendrickson all over him. Throws the ball into the dirt. It's going to be 3rd and 25. I think I don't remember exactly when I subbed to him, but I subbed to him a while back. And then I became a member. I want to say I became a member around the season before Last of Coach came out. I think that's when I became a member. I can't quite remember. I've been a member for a while too. You follow me on Twitter? All right. Next commercial break, I'll send you a link to come on the stream here, which hopefully won't be too long. All right. Hands the ball off to Najee Harris. And, oh, God, no tackling, man. So Najee Harris is basically going to get the Steelers back in field goal range. Terrible, man. Bengals had 3 dudes on him who couldn't bring him down. I see you there, Michael. Michael, are you Sergeant Crust Nugget? Or Sergeant Crust Nugget? Are you Michael? Is that who that is? All right, Presley Harvin's going to punt the ball away, and it's going to be caught by Trent Taylor around the 7-yard line, maybe the 8 actually. Haven't been following his South saga as much this year. His South saga has been good, man. I'm really looking forward to the North, obviously, because partially just to see how he does the all the NFC North characters, because he's gonna have a lot more emotional connection to that one. And then obviously I want to see the AFC North. Let's go. You are? All right. Okay, I'll go ahead and send you this link here in a sec. Let's see. All right, I sent you the link to StreamYard. All right, Joe Burrow is under center. Or not under center. He's in the shotgun formation. He's going to throw. And is that caught by Tyler Boyd? That is caught by Tyler Boyd. Dude is all over him, and he still brings it down. Oh, my God. What a play that was. What a play that was to Tyler Boyd. Catching it with friggin' Mullet all over him, man. Mullet was all over him. This game and the Broncos-Raiders game are black and orange games. Yeah, except this one's better. This one's better than the Raiders and Broncos. I don't think I would have watched that game even if, like, I would have watched a different 4 p.m. game, even if I wasn't watching this one. Cowboys-Vikings, I guess I would have watched. Joe Burrow throws, and it's caught. Trent Irwin, who gets around Levi Wallace down to the 40, down to the 35, and I think goes out around the 32-yard line. Let's go! Do you have... Well, I assume that's what you were planning on doing. You don't have to come on at all if you don't want to. You don't have to do anything. Like, I thought you were asking to come on. If you don't want to come on, you don't have to. Like, no, you don't have to show you. You can do whatever you want, man. I don't care. If you want to come on, you can come on. If you don't want to come on, you don't have to come on. You don't have to do anything. I thought that's what you were asking for earlier. You can do whatever you want. I don't care. Joe Burrow's under center. He's going to hand the ball off to Samaje Perine, who gets immediately met in the backfield. That didn't work at all. But no, Sergeant Crust Nugget, you can do whatever you want. You can show up and, you know, have the camera off. You can show up and only like react to things, or you can not show up if you don't want to and just stay in. You can do whatever you want. It's an open invitation. All right, Joe Burrow is back in the shotgun formation. He's got Samaje Perine to his left. And looks like it's about a 2nd and 12, looks like. All right, Joe Burrow throws. It's caught. There you go. Tyler Boyd, first down. Let's go. Crust, let's go. What's up, Crust? All right. We got Crust in the on the side over here. I don't know if he's going to say anything, but he's here. So let's go. Finally, fantasy points from Boyd. My season's in the toilet. On my way, I think, to 8th. Conservative L trades Jackson for him. I also have Diggs on my team. Had a bad season. Dude, I had Diggs on my team, and I'm winning my league right now. That's rough. All right, Joe Burrow, under center. Hands the ball off to Travion Williams. And he gets to the outside, mixing it up a little bit with a different back, and he is on to about an 8-yard gain, man. Bengals offense is coming alive again. Love to see it. Love to see it. We can get to an 11-point lead here, man. I'm not saying, you know, that's it, but I am saying if the Bengals, with the way the defense is playing, if the Bengals can get to an 11-point lead, I think we'll just about go ahead and wrap this one up. All right, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Samaje Perine's back in the backfield. Joe Burrow's under center. He's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off. And this time he finds a hole and he gets a first down. There we go. Across to about the 17-yard line. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yeah. All right. Touchdown in each of the last 9 red zone possessions. Gotta love it, man. Bengals offense has been doing better lately. Lamar Jackson and Diggs thought would do well. I have Tucker as kicker and 49ers deal. Well, that's great for Tucker and your defense, but defense and kicker honestly don't really like. I mean, if you have like an amazing fantasy kicker, it might swing a couple games for you, but not much. I always go like for free agency when it comes to kickers and defense. Samaje Perine takes the handoff. Ooh, I didn't even realize we only got like 5 minutes left in this game. If the Bengals get a touchdown, I'm going to pretty much call it. I mean, we're going to stay here through the rest of the game, as always. Like, you know, for you, Sergeant Crust Nugget, and for you, John Johnson, and for the other, I think there's 2 other people who are watching right now. So just so y'all know, I'm never going to. Oh, hey, got a private chat here. Crust says, "Let's go." I don't think I can put you up in the private chat here, but all right. Joe Burrow, shotgun formation, takes the snap. He throws Samaje Perine to the outside. And is he in? I think he's in. Touchdown! Let's go! Third touchdown for Samaje Perine. Right. Let's go! Woo! All right. And I think that, I'm not saying that's it, y'all. And I mean, like I was just trying to say, if the Bengals, like even with the touchdown, even though I think it's about it, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving until it says 0-0-0. But I'm pretty point. They are doing a lot of camera reviews on this thing, but to me, it looks like a touchdown. Like I don't see how you possibly review this. But let's see, knees down there, and the ball's across the line. Yeah, it's definitely it's a touchdown. But look, I think it's pretty much over at this point. Like, I don't really see a way that the Steelers are going to come back with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left, especially the way the Bengals play defense, which is like, it's not always amazing, but it does tend to be like they tend to play towards the clock a lot, especially late in games. So I imagine they're probably just going to like run the rest of this clock out at this point. And so that's probably it. With an 11-point lead, the Bengals are probably, because like the Steelers have to get 2 touchdowns in 4 minutes and 30 seconds, and that's probably not going to happen. But it always could happen. Either way, I'm saying that's pretty much it for this game. I don't think there's really a whole lot much chance left for the Steelers. But I'm going to stick around to the end of the game because I always stick around till 0-0-0. That's just the way that we do it. John Jansen says, first time playing fantasy in a few seasons. Yeah. I like fantasy football. I've been getting a little bit more into like having money on the line in fantasy football lately. Like every year I have at least one money league. I think I have 2 this year. But I've been playing fantasy football since I was like 15 years old, man. Like probably earlier than that, like 13 or maybe even before that. Like fantasy football is my jam. Like I've been trying to get like a job in fantasy football, honestly. Like I'll be the Rich Eisen of the next generation, right? That'd be cool. I'll be the next Rich Eisen.
Those are the ones that got me into fantasy football.
Out and he's going to kick the ball back to Pittsburgh. Bengals have a 34-23 lead. I should probably update the banner. All right, Najee Harris. Is that Najee Harris? Is he returning kicks? No, that's Sims. Okay. I was about to say, why is Najee Harris returning kicks? That's dangerous, man. All right, 34-23, Bengals above the Steelers. I imagine the Bengals defense, they're going to be more focused on forcing the Steelers to stay in bounds and like give them short yardage, but not worry so much about like stopping them. It's really just about running that clock. Really just trying to focus on running that clock. I imagine that's the way they're going to start like trying to do it. Like play a little bit softer, but just make sure that they keep the clock running. All right, Kenny Pickett, pressure immediately. That's good. That's good. Sam Hubbard gets near him, and Kenny Pickett's just got to throw it away. There you go. So don't keep the clock running on that one, but they do get to second down without any yards. So you'll take that one. You will take that one. Do I watch any other type of football, aka soccer? It's called soccer, bro. Actually, John, I don't know where you live, but if you live in America, it's called soccer. And the reason I say that, like I'm so emphatic about that, is because the game actually originally was called soccer when it was like first institutionalized or whatever by the British. They actually originally called it soccer. Nice, Pat Fryermuth can't go anywhere on that catch, and that keeps the clock moving. But when the British originally like set down the rules and created the game, it was called soccer back then. And that's actually why Australia and the United States still call it soccer, is because like when those countries declared independence from Britain, it was still called soccer at the time. So they just kept it within their lexicon, even though England started calling it something else. Kenny Pickett's going to throw to the outside. I think he's out of bounds. I don't think he caught that. I don't think he was in. They're not showing the refs on the TV, but they are saying 4th and 9. So I think the Steelers are going to have to go for it here. And if they don't get anything, then that's pretty much going to be game over. But yeah, Yeah, it's soccer. Yep. Soccer. I call it soccer because I'm an American. You can call it whatever you want, but it's it's soccer to me. Um, it looks like Sergeant Crust Nuggets. It looks like you're trying to talk, but like, do you have your microphone volume on? Because it looks like we're getting something from you, but I'm not hearing you at all.
I
Oh, you know what? You know what? Hold up. I just realized something. I might be an asshole right now. I'm sorry, bud. Give me one sec. I forgot I have to do this. Hey, can you try talking real quick?
Hi.
Oh God, there you are. You've been trying to talk this whole time.
I know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I gotta have my headphones in to be able to hear anything because like I try to mute the sound from my speakers so I don't get my channel copyrighted. But I'm sorry, you've been trying to talk this whole time. Why don't you go ahead and say something? I've been talking up a storm.
The British call it football.
The British do call it football, but they used to call it soccer. And so that's why I say I'm an American. I'll call it soccer, and I think that's perfectly fine. I'm going to call it soccer. And to answer John's question, I do watch soccer. I follow the Premier League. I follow pretty much all the like major leagues around the world. I'm a Manchester City fan. I'm an FC Cincinnati fan, and I'm not really paying too much attention to the World Cup this year because of the whole Qatar thing. But I do like soccer. All right, I think that's going to be a turnover on downs. Let's go. Let's go. No flags. Bengals get to Kenny Pickett in the backfield. Let's go. Dude, how did you come up with the name Sergeant Crust Nugget, by the way? That's hilarious.
My friends noticed that I like eating the crust off of chicken nuggets, so that's why they nicknamed me Crust Nugget. I just added Sergeant to the beginning of it.
Okay, because that sounds a lot more disgusting than the actual like name, like the story behind it. Like the story behind it's so innocent. That's just like I like chicken nugget crust, but like it sounds like you got like a crusty butthole or something like that.
I know.
All right, Joe Burrow's under center. Takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Samaje Perine, who's going to move it forward about 2 yards, which is fine. We're just trying to kill clock at this point. Steelers got all their timeouts, but they're going to have to be pretty choosy with them because they're down 11 points right now.
Let's go. Hey, if you want to, you can say hi to my little brother and I can turn my cam on.
What's your little brother's name?
Chad, Jay. but we call him Jay.
Call him Jay?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that happens, but all right. What's up, Jay?
Jay says what up. Huh? He says what up. Hi. And
Hi.
I'm a fan of football, soccer, and baseball more than football.
Baseball more than football. Now, hold up now. I don't know about that.
I know. He's a little weird.
But, people are allowed to like what they're like. I just don't understand.
I do play football at school, but most of the time I always get picked last because I suck at it.
Hey, you know what? I played football when I was a kid, and I was like, I was third string for my entire career. I did one thing. I remember one time when I was in 7th grade, I got a pick six on like my last football play ever, and that was the only thing that was the only stat I had my entire football career. So don't feel bad. I understand being terrible at football.
I'm good at the bullet throws. I just cannot get a lot of range with it though.
Oh, you play quarterback? Yeah, no, I played cornerback.
Mhm.
That's cool that you play quarterback. I always wanted to play quarterback. My dad always told me to throw it like Jeff Blake, which I'm sure you don't understand that reference.
Mhm. I don't.
Yeah, it was back in the late '90s. Jeff Blake was the Bengals quarterback, and he was he had this crazy cannon arm. He could throw it like 80 yards downfield. He was insane, but he also wasn't very good. Like I was like the one. He was like Russell Wilson without really being a very good scrambler. Like Jeff Blake was think Russell Wilson this year, but that was just Jeff Blake all the time.
My little brother wants to talk to you.
Okay.
I do like Bengals, but I like Steelers a lot. But they just had a terrible season this year.
They have had a terrible season. I'm not gonna pick on a little kid for who you like, but we don't like. I don't like the Steelers at
care.
all.
I don't care. A lot of people like the Bengals more.
Yeah. You can like whoever you like. I'm just saying, Steelers.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah.
I hate the Steelers.
I'm more into video games than what's it called, sports like that outside and stuff. And anyways, every time I do play sport, I end up just playing with Michael.
There you go. What's your favorite video game?
My favorite video game, Black
Yeah.
Ops 2.
Black Ops. Oh, so you're a Call of Duty fan?
Yeah.
There you go. Ed
Well,
McPherson with the field goal kick.
I'm sure I still have my Call of Duty Modern Warfare shirt.
Advanced Warfare is
Yeah, whatever.
Nice.
I'll be back.
I found a. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna turn on my camera. I'm just gonna have a t-shirt around my face, so I only show the top half of my face.
Okay, you can do whatever you want. It's fine.
Here's a cat. Here's a cat.
There's a cat.
Yep.
No, it's a kitty.
I have another one somewhere.
Nice. We got a cat in our house, but she lives downstairs. She's my son's cat, and so I'm very much like this. Your cat. You take care of her. I got a
We
dog.
have a lot more. We have like 18 to something outside right now.
Dang it, I don't have the t-shirt.
Where'd you put it?
It probably left at our grandma's.
Probably. It's
John,
not in my closet.
Let's go.
No, I'm not looking for that.
Go Cardinals. Why the Cardinals? Was that a baseball thing?
It's probably a baseball thing.
Yeah. I don't know too like I know
I don't know.
I hope the Reds win, and that's about it. And I'm aware that the Reds fans and Cardinals fans apparently don't like each other, but that's about as far as I don't know, man. Like I really I've tried to like baseball. It's too slow for me. And they got all these weird like archaic rules that are like not rules, but like unspoken things that like, oh, you're supposed to like do this, but it's not really a rule. It's just we do that because we just do it anyway. And I don't like all that unspoken stuff. Like, I don't know.
Now I have a question.
Go
Would
ahead.
you consider wrestling a sport?
Kenny Pickett sack. Let's go.
Let's
Would I
go.
consider wrestling a sport? Okay, so like real
Like
wrestling
WWE.
or theater wrestling? Like WWE or actual?
Yeah,
wrestling?
WWE. Either Friday's Night SmackDown or Monday Night Raw.
I would consider professional wrestlers to be athletes, but I don't know if I would consider it a sport because it's not real, right?
Yeah, true.
So it's like I respect them quite a bit for being able to do the things they do, but because it's not actually like legitimately competitive, that's why I would be like, I don't know if it's a sport because sport has to have like legitimate competition. Now, I also don't know to what extent there might be some competition, like they fix the results, but maybe there's some competition within the results that like actually matters. Then maybe, I don't know, but I don't know enough about the inner workings of the WWE to really tell you about that.
Well, Jay considers it a sport.
No, I don't.
I thought you did.
No, I did not. I like watching it, yeah. And also, my friends say baseball is a really hard sport and one of the hardest sports to play when you're 10 years old.
I don't know. I never played baseball in like a league setting. I played soccer and football when I was a kid, so I couldn't tell you about baseball. I would think basketball would be really tough if you're like a kid. Maybe soccer just because of all the coordination it takes, but I don't know. Maybe baseball. I don't know.
I want to tell you about this one friend. He keeps hopping sports. He went from soccer. He went from baseball, soccer, back to baseball, and then went to basketball, and then back to soccer, and then finally to football.
Wow.
I know.
Make up your mind.
I know.
I know.
It's kind of crazy.
What jersey number do you have on?
It's a Burrow jersey.
Let's go.
Yeah, I won it last year on the like on my podcast. Me and my co-host, we do predictions every year, and whoever like we do a bet every. We actually haven't come up with a bet this year, but last year it was a jersey bet. Whoever ended up with the better record, the other person had to buy a jersey for him, and I won, so he bought me a Burrow jersey.
Let's go.
It's funny because I would have had to buy him a Baker Mayfield jersey, and then they would have like done that whole thing with Baker Mayfield this offseason. It would have been a worthless jersey.
I don't like how Cleveland traded Baker Mayfield to the Panthers,
Mm-hmm.
and I think the Panthers got worse from Baker Mayfield going to the Panthers.
I don't because like he's better than Sam Darnold, and then like PJ Walker wasn't there, or was he there at the time? I don't know, but either way, they're starting Baker Mayfield, so clearly they don't think that PJ Walker's better than them. It's like he was an upgrade, and they didn't give up a whole lot to get him. What I think is hilarious, like the Browns definitely lost in that trade though, because like at the time it was hilarious because like Deshaun Watson was gonna like not pick the Browns. Like after they basically like made Baker Mayfield mad by like making it obvious that they were going after Watson, and then Watson didn't pick them, and then like they basically just screwed up their whole future for a guy who's not even coming, and then they did end up getting him. Oh, George Pickens almost caught that, man.
Oh,
but then they did end up getting Watson, so I guess that kind of worked out, but you know we'll see if that even actually makes that much of a difference because it's still the Browns. And like, you know, like Deshaun Watson's going to be rusty when he comes back. I don't know for how long, but he's going to be rusty when he comes back. So it's just like the thing is like, are the Cleveland fans going to be patient enough for him to actually get back into form before they run him out of town?
That's on Spectrum. Okay.
No, you can also get it on computer, for sure.
Look up Cincinnati versus Steelers.
All right. Kenny Pickett throws. It's caught. Is that Pat Fryermuth? I think it's Pat. Yeah, about the 40-yard line. Got a minute 45 left in the game, though. So, I mean, like, barring a touchdown and a miracle onside kick, this game's pretty much over. All right. Shotgun snap. Kenny Pickett rolls back. Got a lot of pressure. He evades all of it, though. He throws, and it's, oh, my God, it's caught. Pat Fryermuth again. Nobody can cover that guy.
I think yours must be a little delayed. Because you're saying it after it already happens on my screen.
Yeah, that's the problem with doing streams like this is like, you know, the streams aren't always going to be synced up. But that's something that people never really noticed until people started doing streams in the first place, is that nobody has a similar like even like back in the day when I'd like, you know, watch a game on my TV and then like I'd call my friend up and he'd be watching the game on his TV. And you'd notice that there's a little bit of delay on one of the two screens, but you only really notice, it only has really become like this obvious thing that everybody notices now that you got people streaming all the time.
Yeah.
And so thousands of people at a time are starting to see, oh crap, these aren't always synced up. So what I always try to tell people to do who are watching, it's not going to work so well since we're like on the same stream together. But what I try to tell people to do when they're watching is like, you know, if I'm ahead of you, just pause me and then sync it up that way. If I'm behind, then, you know, pause your stream and sync it up. Oh, almost intercepted and then caught. Almost intercepted by the Bengals and then tipped and then caught by the Steelers wide. I don't even know who that is, number 89. He caught it. I think he goes down before he gets in the end zone.
Number 69.
Oh my God, stop with the cringiness.
All right, Najee Harris does go in for the touchdown, so Steelers going to have 45 seconds left.
Nice
Bro
jump.
tried jumping.
And
all of them.
Somebody just grabbed his body and pulled it down.
Yeah, but not before he got the ball across, though.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to be 29 for the Steelers, and I imagine they'll kick an extra point, and they'll make that 30. Although then again, I think they actually might go for 2 here because, I mean, what's really the difference between like if you don't get it, then you're down by 4. or if you don't get it, you're down by 5. If you do get it, you're down by 4. And what's really the difference? I don't know. They're going for the extra point. All right. I'm totally wrong. They're going to be at 7. I'm stupid. Ignore me. All right, extra points up. It's good.
You watch it on like a computer or something?
Yeah, I'm watching on. I'm watching on a international stream. Is what I'm watching it on.
International stream.
Yeah, so that might be part of it because my stream's got to go all the way to Ireland and come back. Like you might be watching it. Like, are you watching it on on TV or NFL Plus or something like that?
I'm watching it on TV on Spectrum.
Yeah, so it's coming. I have a middleman in between my thing, so you're probably watching it's coming directly to you. For me, I have to go through a VPN to get it because I actually don't even have TV.
Oh.
I cut the cord a long time ago.
Remember the deal I made with you when I was chatting with you through YouTube?
What?
Where I would change all my profile pictures to the Bengals logo.
Oh, speaking of Beck, if the Bengals win this, how about I don't know.
All right. Onside kick is recovered by the Bengals, and that's pretty much going to do it. That's pretty much it.
Huge crowd.
Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah, there's a brawl in the middle of the field because the Steelers are sore losers.
Exactly.
Nah.
I'm a Steelers fan.
Mike,
I'm going to clip that out. I'm going to clip that out and use it on my channel. I'm a Steelers fan. That's funny. I like that.
a flag. It's probably gonna be on the Pittsburgh because of that.
I don't care. As long as the Steelers don't get possession of the ball, they can call whatever they want.
Exactly.
As long as the Bengals get possession of the ball, they're just going to kneel on and the game's going to be over.
Oh, tell him about our sister about Ohio State versus whatever.
Oh,
She rages if the Maryland got the ball. She would rage. Yeah, speaking of that, did you watch that? I'm pretty sure whatever it was.
did you watch Ohio State versus Maryland?
No, I didn't see that one.
Oh, you should have seen on this one down. I'm pretty sure it might have been a flag. So the ball hit the ground. Somebody goes down and just grabs the ball and throws it up like it he didn't catch it, and somebody just caught it and started running to the touchdown.
Oh yeah, Maryland's stadium for college football is bouncy. We watched an Ohio State player just bounce across the field like this, all curled up in a ball.
That's what they get for playing for Ohio State. So this is how I feel about the Steelers.
What? I can't see.
It's Jamar Chase flipping, doing a finger thing.
This?
All right. Bengals kneel on it, and they're going to kneel. It's going to take it down to about 2 seconds left. They'll probably kneel on it again, and that'll be it. Bengals going to advance to 6-4, and will officially be back in control of a playoff spot.
And then we'll be 1-3 for the AFC North.
Yeah, we won't be winless. Wow. All right, Bengals kneel on it for the final time, and they're going to come away with a 37-30 victory over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Quite frankly, it wasn't even that close. Like, it was close at certain points in the game, but near the end, the Bengals kind of pulled away from it. And
let's go!
Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it.
I love to see it.
Absolutely fantastic. But
did you watch the Bengals versus the Browns that one time?
I did. Yeah, I've got my reaction video up for that one. If you want to see it, it's I was not having a good time.
I know. I still can't believe the loss, but my friend was happy at next day on school. He's a Browns fan.
I'm sure he was. Thomas, when I did the podcast with him, Thomas was like talking all kinds of smack. He was just like, "We beat you," and it's like, well, yeah, you always beat us. I don't know why. I don't know why the Bengals can't beat the Browns, but at least we beat the Steelers.
I think the Browns' defense is a little bit better than the Bengals. If not, their offense is better.
No, that's the thing. They're not. Like, neither of them. The Browns' defense is terrible, and the Browns' offense is like the Bengals' offense is better than the Browns' offense. But for whatever reason, when the Bengals play them, they just forget how to play football on both sides of the field. I don't understand. I don't understand. It's insane to me. There we go, John. Let's go. Kitty goes meow. Let's go, baby.
Jeez, how far are you gonna go?
Jack, go get a kitty.
A kitty bet.
Put this.
Then when he does it again, I can grab a kitten and hold it to show him.
Nice.
That
Put this banner up one final time, and then
works. Do not throw my cat.
Not your cat.
we got Kitty back up here. Hello, Kitty. All right, say bye, Kitty, because that's pretty much all we got for this episode, y'all. So, thank you, Michael and your brother, for joining me on the stream here.
Oh, hold on, I have one last thing to say. I was
All
playing football this one time. It was the first time I played it, and I was in the touchdown, and somebody threw the ball finally to me because I'm never good. And I caught it, and I kind of like. It bounced off my tips of my fingers, and then I just reached up and just grabbed it, pulled it down, and just went. Hold on, if I can do it.
Jay, get off my remote. Look.
There.
When do you think your next stream will be?
Probably the next Bengals game, honestly.
Which
I'd like to do Monday night next week, but they left. All right. Well, that's pretty much going to do it for this episode, guys. So like I said, I'll probably not. I'd like to do the Sunday night. I'd like to do the Monday night. I just probably won't have time. But for now, that's pretty much all we got. Ryan got scared for the first half. Glad we won. Yeah. It was looking rough there for a minute there. That defense was like Jekyll and Hyde in that whole first half. But they got it together in the second half and they made it happen. But we made it happen, y'all. Bengals win. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, y'all can always find more of what I do at Kyle Phelps 92 on Twitter, Facebook.com/ThePhelps, the Battle of Ohio podcast. I see you, Crust. I'll get you in a second. And then ATBnetwork.com. Go check them out. Bring Crust back for one final word before we head out of here. What's up?
The Bengals are the best. I can't believe they won against the Pittsburgh Steelers. They were struggling a little bit in the first half, though.
Yeah, that was bad. You know that old meme. They had us in the first half. Not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was us this week.
Close.
But anyway, y'all, I gotta get going. It was great having you on, Michael and Michael's brother. And if you want to come on again, let me know.
I will.
All right, see you.